Black Friday is here at Menards, and we've got the perfect present for your loved ones. With something for Dad, Mom, and the kids. Everyone in the family will get what they want, even your furry friends. Enjoy the season and the savings. Deck out the tree and stuff your stockings with these great gifts at amazing prices. Hurry in and save big money. These deals won't last long. Doors open at 6 a.m. on Black Friday.
Save big money at Menards.
How do you predict the future? You create it. You build a foundation, pave a path forward, soak up the journey, and turn experiences into something life-changing. At Illinois State University, we deliver on what every college should promise you: the opportunity and tools to write your legacy every day. The rest is up to you. What will you create? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
This is the great state where you'll find hearts bigger, beating truer, and always wide open. Country miles with never-ending pride, virtues and values, and colors that run deep. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, we were born and raised in the land of Lincoln. And like you, we'll always be here, standing for all. Blue Cross and Blue Shield, nationwide strong, Illinois born.
From the days of the one-room schoolhouse, public schools have always been the heart of our community. It's where our students learn and are inspired to dream big, where we cheer on our teams under Friday night lights, and where parents, teachers, students, and loved ones come together as one. Now, more than ever, our public schools unite us. This message is brought to you by the Illinois Education Association, IEA, because we are stronger, united.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. The East St. Louis Flyers, 50 unanswered points as they roll. 5 second-half touchdowns as they knock off Prairie Ridge in the 6A state championship final by a score of 57-7. The Class 7A championship game coming up in just a little bit between Mount Carmel and the Batavia Bulldogs. Speaking of Mount Carmel, on the field, the Caravan have been led by senior quarterback Blaney Downing. Off the field, Downing has had a very special connection with the team's ball boy.
Hi, my name's Jim Dowling. I'm a Mount Carmel alumni, class of 1991. My son Blaney Dowling is quarterback for Mount Carmel Caravan. You know, Blaney's very humble. He doesn't talk very much about his opponents during the week. It's all about taking care of business themselves, and that's what, Mount Carmel teaches you, how to visualize, how to be a leader, and anticipate adversity. As a parent, I'm more nervous than I think Blaney is. I'm one of those dads that I just roam. If things are going well, I kind of stand still. If things are not going well for Mount Carmel, I'll move around until you find that spot where the good luck's at. Well, my youngest son, his name is Bo. He's 7 years old. He's in second grade. Man, Bo is he's a fighter. Bo was diagnosed with iris neuroblastoma. Being at the age of 7. I mean, he's a miracle, and we just want to take his fight and fight along with him. He's kind of our rock. He is our rock family. An unbreakable relationship. Bo loves the game of football. He's very intelligent. He knows the game of football. He looks up to his older brothers and his older sisters, and Blaney, they got a special bond, and he just wants to be there. And it's not, for Bo getting any publicity. He just wants to be there. He wants to be part of the Mount Carmel family. Bo shows courage. He has courage, and it's contagious. He can change the dynamic of our family and in a positive way, even with a negative. And, seeing Blaney out there, he just doesn't quit. you know, regardless of wins, losses, you know, I know Blaney's going to give everything he has, and that's for his teammates. But I know he does it for his brother, Paul.
What a great story. And tonight, Blaney will be playing for his team and for his little brother, Bo. We need to take a time out, and we'll step aside and come back with more from Memorial Stadium right here on the IHSA Television Network.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and take care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
Would you look at that? I'm in the classroom again. But this time, I can apply these skills to make some money. Lots of money.
Family dinner with kids, not easy. You know what is easy? OSF On-Call Urgent Care. Get treatment for minor illnesses and injuries in person or connect 24/7 online. OSF On-Call Urgent Care.
Back here at Memorial Stadium, there you see the 6A state champion Flyers with the 10th state championship in the school's history as they knock off Prairie Ridge here tonight by a score of 57-7, breaking things wide open with 5 touchdowns in the second half. As we welcome you back inside Memorial Stadium, Mark Kruger with a bunch of very large men, and they are state champions. So congratulations to the Flyers. I've got with me Miles McVeigh. Miles, I have to ask you, what was the conversation at halftime, because it was still a game, and then you guys broke it wide open there in the second half?
The conversation at halftime was really just, focusing up, finishing the job. We was executing at a high level, so we just had to come out, keep doing that, and you see what happened.
Let me ask you, this past year, how many well, you don't have to answer this, but I'm sure there's been a lot of times where people have told you guys that you can't stop the option. You've answered that tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, well, that was the goal, come out, live up to the challenge, and that's what we came and did. They kept saying we couldn't stop the option. We just had to be physical. We had some older guys up front, senior leadership throughout the season, and we just was prepared mentally by our coaches, and we just came out and did our thing.
Let me ask you about last week in the semis. You had a really close, tough game against the Lamont Indians. How did that game kind of prepare you for tonight?
I mean, it just showed the brotherhood and the bond we got as a family. I mean, this got to be the closest team I've been a part of. And, in 2019 we won state. So just goes to tell you a lot. This team right here, this like family.
As a senior, for you personally, coming off of that loss last year, did you feel that you kind of had to be a little more of a leader to kind of keep this team together and try to get back here and try to win one?
Yeah, so, funny story. Coach has been preaching that to me since I was a freshman, kind of step up and be a leader. Freshman year, of course, I had the seniors to look up to, but then sophomore, junior, senior year, it had to be us, me, Paris, and Brandon. So we just kind of lived up to it. And we did our thing.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations. I have to ask you, how much turkey did you eat at Thanksgiving? Can you let us know about that?
Me and my people's not really big turkey people.
Oh, you're not?
Nah, we had ham. We had ham.
All right. Well, listen, congratulations. Go get something to eat and celebrate, all right? All right, the Flyers of East St. Louis, your Class 6A state champions. Congratulations to them. We will take a timeout and be back with more from Memorial Stadium right here on the IHSA Television Network.
And please direct your attention to the 50.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium here in Champaign. An impressive performance turned in by East St. Louis as they win the 6A state champion, knocking off Prairie Ridge 57-7. So we've got two more champions to be crowned. In 7A, we've got Mount Carmel taking on Batavia, and in 8A later on tonight, Lincoln Way East taking on the Loyola Ramblers. Well, for the call on the Class 7A game against Mount Carmel and Batavia, let's throw it upstairs to our two colleagues, Dave Bernhard and Chris Highland. Guys?
Well, thank you very much, Mark. It's great to be here once again. You take a look at 7A and 8A football. You have great players. We have so many great players, and one of them for Batavia, Chris, is somebody we're going to see all over the field tonight, and that's Tyler Jancy.
Well, you're right. He's going to Wisconsin. He's an outstanding linebacker. He's kind of the heart and the soul of that Batavia defense, over 120 tackles on the year. But don't sleep on him as a running back today either. He's been getting more and more carries as the playoffs went on. I expect Tyler Jancy to be on the field a lot on defense and offense as well.
You referred to Tyler Jancy as the heart and soul of Batavia. We could say the same thing about the quarterback for the Caravan from Mount Carmel, Blaney Dowling.
Well, Blaney Dowling's not afraid to make any throw on the field. I tell you what, he is a winner. He knows how to throw the football. He's done an outstanding job for Mount Carmel, leading that offense this year. And he's going to have a big game today, both with his feet and with his arm, if the Caravan want to get a win.
All right, so we're getting warmed up here. We're just about ready to roll. Let's go back to the studio, and the gentleman's done a great job all weekend. That's Mark Kruger. Mark?
All right, Dave, thank you so very much. Well, last year in the postseason, Mount Carmel eliminated Batavia. The Bulldogs looking for a little revenge here tonight. We'll have it for you in just a couple of moments. The Class 7A state championship game, Mount Carmel, Batavia, right here on the IHSA Television Network.
You witness threats every day.
You're not going to walk away next time.
And you might feel like there's nothing you can do. there's going to be a big fight after school.
No, really?
But now, there's a place.
Look at what they posted about her.
Safe to Help Illinois.
Hey, I'm worried about Bobby. He might hurt himself.
It's available 24/7, and your info is confidential. Seek help before harm with Safe to Help Illinois.
Want a great career? Join the Carpenters Union and be part of the next generation building our communities. With the Carpenters Union Career Connections program, high school students get a head start on the industry's leading curriculum. Learn the latest in construction technology and the many skilled crafts the Carpenters Union represents. Plus, earn as you learn. Receive a nice paycheck, health insurance benefits, and best of all, no college debt. Ask your school district to participate in the Career Connections program and get started on your future.
Black Friday is here at Menards, and we've got the perfect present for your loved ones. With something for Dad, Mom, and the kids. Everyone in the family will get what they want, even your furry friends. Enjoy the season and the savings. Deck out the tree and stuff your stockings with these great gifts at amazing prices. Hurry in and save big money. These deals won't last long. Doors open at 6 a.m. on Black Friday.
Save big money at Menards.
There are more than 20,000 ways to experience Illinois State.
Hey, what's up? You ready to go to class?
What kind of Redbird will you be? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. You see the Batavia Bulldogs in their red jerseys warming up for this Class 7A state championship game here on Championship Saturday, if you will. Two more games left here today. You see what the two games that have already taken place today in Class 5A. The Roadrunners of Nazareth Academy. Congratulations to them as they just do get by Peoria 45-44. You just saw this East St. Louis team knock off Prairie Ridge. 5 second-half touchdowns, 57-7 is your final score. And coming up, we've got Mount Carmel trying to go undefeated in 7A. You've got Lincoln Way East trying to go undefeated in Class 8A. More to come here on the IHSA Television Network.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
Would you look at that? I'm in the classroom again. But this time, I can apply these skills to make some money. Lots of money.
Family dinner with kids, not easy. You know what is easy? OSF On-Call Urgent Care. Get treatment for minor illnesses and injuries in person or connect 24/7 online. OSF On-Call Urgent Care.
today. It's about the grit, the guts, the glory. Everything is on the line. Teams embracing the lessons from the hard-fought season, full of heroes honoring the game. One team's journey will end in triumph, hoisting the championship trophy. Today is the IHSA Football State Championships.
One of the features of the state championships this year are teams that have previously won state titles, and this one is no different. The Mount Carmel Caravan, 13 state championships, Batavia with 2, and there's your 7A matchup here tonight from Memorial Stadium. And hi again, everybody. Welcome to IHSA Football. I'm Dave Bernhard, joined by two-time All-American, former NFL player Chris Highland. And you know, Chris, 5 weeks ago, we had the playoff pairing show right here on these stations, and we saw the brackets work out, and one way or another, we kind of thought we'd see Batavia and Mount Carmel here.
Well, Mount Carmel's a team that's been playing outstanding football since week 1. Probably one of the best teams in all of the state, not just 7A. So we're not surprised to see the Caravan here. Batavia struggled early in the year, got off to a 1-2 start, but man, they have things rolling now, and this should be a great matchup this afternoon.
You got a couple of teams here that know each other pretty well exactly 1 year ago. The Batavia Bulldogs lost in round 2 to Mount Carmel, and they take the field here in the championship game in Class 7A. On the other side, Mount Carmel, you don't want to say they've had a target on their back all season long, but the Caravan are here, that we expected to see them here, and we've got a great matchup coming up for you in Class 7A. Mount Carmel and Batavia coming your way next on the IHSA Television Network.
The IHSA Football State Championships are being brought to you in part by Country Financial, proud partner of the IHSA, and by LiUNA. Start your career in construction at liunacareers.org.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
Would you look at that? I'm in the classroom again. But this time, I can apply these skills to make some money. Lots of money.
Family dinner with kids, not easy. You know what is easy? OSF On-Call Urgent Care. Get treatment for minor illnesses and injuries in person or connect 24/7 online. OSF On-Call Urgent Care.
Black Friday is here at Menards.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium here on the campus of the University of Illinois. IHSA Championship Football Class 7A title game, Batavia and Mount Carmel. The Mount Carmel Caravan won the toss. They elect to receive. It'll be Alec Crum kicking it off for the Batavia Bulldogs, and back deep, Denny Furlong along and with Jalen Bossy, a couple of dynamic kick returners. And this one is hit deep. It'll go in the end zone, and we'll start from the 20-yard line. Here's the ISU keys to the game. Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
Well, as we see Mount Carmel take the field on offense, it's that Dennis and Dowling duo. They've been best friends since they were the age of 5. Dennis Furlong is going to be the go-to target for Dowling today. He's going to be featured all over the field on the offensive side of the ball for the Caravan. So they need to get going. They also need to stop the run on defense because Batavia loves to run the football. And you see Batavia there and their head coach. They want to make Mount Carmel uncomfortable. And with that running attack, they have to control the clock against a really good Mount Carmel defense.
Dowling to throw on first down. He'll quickly get it out to his favorite receiver, Denny Furlong. Furlong makes the catch and he gets some positive yardage out of it, about 6 yards on first down. Denny Furlong, 5'11", 185-pound senior, leading receiver, just 35 short of a 1,000-yard receiving season to go along with the 11 touchdowns.
We should see him cross that century mark here today. You see him go to him right away on the very first play. He's featured all over the offense. You see him there in that cluster set as well.
Flag is out. The completion goes to Jimmy Dacey. A penalty flag thrown here on the near side of the field. We'll hear from our referee, Grant Noren. There's Grant from Villa Grove.
Illegal shift on the offense. They remember set. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
Joining him on his crew tonight will be Michael Bell from Charleston. Ron Tisdale's the umpire from Springfield. Clint Howard from Villa Grove, the line judge, and Hugh Brody from Mahomet, just down the road, is the back judge. 5-yard penalty against the Caravan, second down and 9. This time, Dowling will get some company in the backfield. And then they will leave him. Dowling has 4 receivers to the left, blockers in front. Bossy with it. Jaden Bossy along the left sideline. First down and more. Bossy will spin his way all the way to the 50-yard line. Big gain from Dowling to Dossie. There's Dennis Piron, the head coach for Batavia. In his 12th season as a head coach, 118 wins, just 21 losses.
Dowling to that quad set, gets the ball out of his hands quickly on the screen, and then he just lets his wide receiver do the rest. Look at him fighting off tacklers. And that was Tyler Jancy who came up to make the touchdown-saving tackle at midfield. The linebacker going to Wisconsin. We already talked about him in the pregame, running sideline to sideline for the Bulldogs.
Dowling will throw once again. He has Furlong. Nifty little move with the 45 inside the 40. He has another first down. The starting lineups presented by OSF and the offensive line, so very important to this team. You've got the big men up front, Fleck, Tolan, Kanambusi, Singleton, and Schultz, and you've already seen the skill players in action. Blaney Dowling, 3 for 3, joined in the backfield by Alonzo Manning. The receivers, tight end Taylor, Furlong, Dacey, and Gilliam. Every one of those players, especially the receivers, can take it the distance. Here's Bossy. Oh, he cuts up it nicely. Bosley inside the 35.
That's a really, really nice cut there on that jet sweep. That play's supposed to make its way outside the tackle, but it's a really good job by Batavia's defense to set the edge there, and he's got to stick his foot in the ground and get north. He does a really nice job to pick up 5 yards there on first down.
Demarion Arrington has entered the game. We will see him on the defensive side. He's offensively one of the favorite targets of Dowling as well. Quickly and room with a great block on the outside. All the way to the 20-yard line. The Caravan rolling, and there is Arrington. 6 foot, 190-pound senior.
Arrington.
4 completions to 4 different receivers for Blaney Dowling.
Mount Carmel getting everyone involved early on in this game. You saw him come off the sideline. Arrington right away makes an impact with a huge play. And Mount Carmel is cooking. They are in the red zone already.
There is Arrington. Dowling again. Dowling to the end zone looking for Furlong. Contact and a flag. Draco Strander on the coverage. There's Denny Furlong.
Defensive pass interference. Number 33. 15-yard penalty or half the distance.
That was Jacob Jancy.
Yeah, it's really tough there when Mount Carmel goes into that stacked wide receiver set, and they're trying to go 2-on-2 with Furlong also and Dacey out there. I mean, that's really puts a lot of strain on that safety in that corner. They got to make decisions on who's going to cover who in that stacked set, and it was almost like a quick screen go look that they had there, and just too tough for Batavia to cover both those guys.
Furlong lofting it and finds an empty space. Here's the defensive starters for Batavia. They have been so strong this season, especially against the run. That's why you see Dowling passing. Buckley, Cheney, and Aarons are so tough up front. Max Buckley, outstanding. Brody Osborne, Tyler Jancy, Jack Sadowski. How about in the middle there? You've got a couple of Division I recruits along with Ben Fiegel. And the secondary, you just saw Drake Ostrander, Joey Barbush, Ryan Whitwell, and Drew Gerke. We'll see Whitwell and Gerke going both ways along with Jancy. 2nd and 10. You can get a first down inside the 1. Dowling high and away. Again, he was looking to the near side, and his favorite receiver, Denny Furlong.
And Batavia has chose to go one-on-one with some of those athletes out there on the edge for Mount Carmel, and I think that's why you see Mount Carmel putting the ball in the air so much. I mean, they've gotten down here with 64 yards of offense, 59 of them through the air, and I think that if you're Dowling and Coach Lynch, you're going to want to continue to just try and play those one-on-one games on the outside because of that man right there in the middle. You don't want to run into a front 7 that is manned by Tyler Jancy, and we haven't even talked about Jack Sadowski, who's going to Iowa State as well. I mean, 2 really good linebackers.
Dowling again looking right. He has Dacey. Dacey is in for a touchdown. Jimmy Dacey, 11 yards out. Mount Carmel opening drive with a score.
What a strike by Dowling there to Dacey. He's the outside receiver, just runs a nice little slant route there. We're going to get a really good look at it here. You see the ball fake, and then he puts it right on his numbers. And it's a nice job by Dacey to bring it in. Too much to bring down for Batavia, and Mount Carmel on the board quickly.
Well, that didn't take long, right? Just about 3 minutes off the clock. Louis Geppetto on for the extra point attempt. Geppetto 52 of 55 this year on extra points. Coming right at you and right through. Opening drive of this game. 8 plays. 5 different receivers on 5 completions and 7 attempts from Blaney Dowling, and it adds up to a 7-0 Mount Carmel lead with this TD pass to Jimmy Dacey.
Black Friday is here at Menards, and we've got the perfect present for your loved ones. With something for Dad, Mom, and the kids. Everyone in the family will get what they want, even your furry friends. Enjoy the season and the savings. Deck out the tree and stuff your stockings with these great gifts at amazing prices. Hurry in and save big money. These deals won't last long. Doors open at 6 a.m. on Black Friday.
Save big money at Menards.
How do you predict the future? You create it. You build a foundation, pave a path forward, soak up the journey, and turn experiences into something life-changing. At Illinois State University, we deliver on what every college should promise you: the opportunity and tools to write your legacy every day. The rest is up to you. What will you create? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
The IHSA Football State Championships are being brought to you in part by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs. And by ISU. Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
Dennis Perron, the head coach for Batavia, will send his offense onto the field after this kickoff. And one thing, Chris, he did not want to do, and I know we're only 3 minutes in, is have to play catch-up against this Mount Carmel team.
Yeah, but when we talked to Coach Piron earlier this week, I loved the demeanor that he had. He likes to keep his guys loose. I don't think they're that nervous to be in this football game. They know that they can hang with Mount Carmel. Now the question is, can their offense, which is predicated on the run game, keep up with this Mount Carmel offense, which is pretty explosive?
Kickoff from Noah D'Amico down to the 15-yard line. Drew Gerke with it. With a flag thrown far across the field as Gerke's brought down around the 20. Actually, a couple of flags are down. Gerke, who's battled injuries this season, is down on his first touch of the game. And that is not a good look if you're a Batavia fan.
You hope the young man is okay. They're going to wait to give us the information on the flags, I think. But not what you want to see if you are the Batavia Bulldogs.
On a return team, there'll be a 10-yard penalty enforced from the end of the kick. Officials timeout.
Gerke being attended to. He had a broken finger in the summer. He played with a cast in his wrist for the first half of the regular season, but this appears to be a lower body injury. We'll take a look as he takes this kickoff. Not sure where he got caught up with.
Tough to see, but he was immediately putting that right leg in the air.
This would be a huge loss for Batavia. As Perron said, this guy's the best player in the Duquesne Conference. His speed is unmatched. You know, and you feel for any player that's been down here this week and in this sort of situation, you have worked all off season, during the season, and here on the first touch that you get in a championship game, you get banged up.
Holding his shoulder, actually, it looks like maybe the way he's...
Yeah.
And he's got that shoulder wrapped up there, Dave. You see that. I don't know if maybe a shoulder popped out of place. Let's hope we see him back in the game again.
Okay, now that we've seen the way he holds his shoulders, take a look at that right shoulder that's bandaged up.
Yeah, it didn't take too much contact there, so you have to wonder if that's a lingering injury that he's going to try and play through the rest of the game.
Ryan Bowe, the quarterback, will give on first down after that holding penalty on the kickoff. Starting lineups for Batavia presented by OSF. Here's the offensive look for the Bulldogs. And you talk about an offensive line, Lariz, Brown, Zickus has been so strong. Pocoraro, Jack David, they helped rush for 426 yards last year, and they put the numbers against their opponents with Whitwell, Wepley, Christian, Gerke, and Alwyn. Now we would expect to see Gerke out there normally, but obviously he helped off the field moments ago. Bowe to throw, going to the outside. He finds his man, Luke Alwyn. Alwyn, 19 catches, or make that 20 catches now for 169 yards.
That's a really nice throw by Bowe. In rhythm, step open, and puts it right on him. Nice job there to make it third and really manageable. You got the entire playbook at your disposal here, 3rd and 2. This is where Batavia needs to live, right here. 3rd and manageable. They run a ton of sets, Dave. They can go 5 wide. They can go wing T. So anything that they can do to keep it in 3rd and manageable here and make things difficult on Mount Carmel, they got to do it.
Bowe looking for 2 yards in the air. In trouble. He's got to get rid of it. He's not going to. Down he goes. On the sack, number 71, Tavon Rice, the nose guard.
Really nice job here by Mount Carmel to put a ton of pressure on Bowe, and it's the backside pressure that ends up bringing him down. Loss of 15 on the sack.
3rd down and 2 now becomes a punting situation from the back of the end zone. Charlie Wepley, the do-it-all player for Batavia, to kick it away, left-footed kicker. A floater. Furlong with it at about the 45. Furlong makes a man miss. Furlong to the 30. Flag is down, and so it's Furlong at about the 22.
40 yards of the punt returned by Dennis Furlong.
What a great return there by Furlong. That flag is in the area of what might be a block in the back. Lots of bodies flying around on that big punt return. Let's see what it is.
During the return, illegal block in the back. On the return team, 10-yard penalty for first down.
All right, my partner Chris Highland all over that one. He threw his yellow flag up from up here when he saw that. So that wipes out a good return by Furlong. Here's a look at that previous return.
You saw it right down there in the very corner of your screen. I couldn't get a number on who it was, but it's a good return by Furlong. It's going to go back quite a ways, though.
Yet still good field position for Mount Carmel. It's interesting, the offensive linemen come onto the field, the skill players huddle around their coach. The offensive coordinator actually is the head coach, Jordan Lynch. 80-yard touchdown drive, the first time the Caravan touched the ball. And again, into the air. Positive yardage and the completion. Daniel Taylor, the sophomore tight end. There is Drew Gerke.
Dowling's pass.
That is some shoulder repair going on there.
Yeah, but it is good to see he's got a little bit of mobility in it, so hopefully he'll get back onto the field here soon for Batavia.
You see the power of this Mount Carmel offense. 6 different receivers here, and we've not yet hit the midpoint of the first quarter. Dowling is able to squirt forward. He'll be about a yard short of the first down.
Really nice job there by Ben Fiegel to come up and make that play for Batavia. So if you're Mount Carmel here, as they switch personnel, looks like they're going with an extra tight end. They've got 3rd and 3. They've thrown it all over the yard to start this game, Dave, but when you're in 3rd and 3 like this, I expect them to run the football right behind Big 88.
Instead, they'll get it out in space to Bossy. Bossy waiting for the block. Good patience. He is really close to the first down.
And see, that's something you can't do if you're Mount Carmel. You can't dance very much back there in the backfield, because we talked about those 2 linebackers for Batavia. As you see here, they try and swing the ball out to the left. And the more that you dance around, the more those Batavia linebackers come up and fill. And you see it's Fiegel again. Jancy and Sadowski are both standing right there waiting for him, and that makes it now 4th and 1.
Dowling, the hard count, trying to draw Batavia outside. They would not bite. Play clock in single digits. Down to 5. Still won't bite. They'll take the timeout. Excellent discipline. And that defensive line for Batavia Bulldogs. 4:36 to play in the first quarter. Mount Carmel scored on its opening possession. This is possession number 2. We come back. They've got 4th and less than a yard.
Behind every Delta Dental of Illinois dental plan, you'll find members happy to know they can trust the tooth. To help them save money on dental care, find a dental plan that fits you. Get affordable coverage today. Behind every Delta Dental of Illinois dental plan, you'll find people smiling because they know they can trust the tooth to protect and take care of their smiles. Find a dental plan that fits you. Get dental. It's essential.
Right in the middle of that is Jordan Lynch. Of course, he is in his 5th season as a head coach. 50 victories and a state championship already for Lynch. That came in his 2nd season just back a few years ago to 2019 when his team went 14-0. And he's bringing a 13-0 team here to Memorial Stadium this year.
Is he the best dressed coach so far on the sideline this weekend? Dave, look at that. Look at the cardigan sweater he's wearing.
That's old school. That's like a Letterman sweater.
Yeah. I'm going to give him best dressed so far.
4th and less than a yard. On the ground. Oh, I don't know. It will depend on the spot, and he may have enough.
The second effort may have saved Alonzo Manning there.
And it will be a first down for Mount Carmel, not by much. The chains will move.
What a great job by Batavia to get pressure. And then you see Sadkowski come in, and then 2 more Batavia Bulldogs clean up the pile. And the second effort by Manning gets the job done. The junior's first touch of the night gets the first down.
6 first downs for Mount Carmel in 12 plays. They've run from scrimmage. Looking deep into the end zone. Dacey with the catch and another touchdown. Oh my goodness. Dowling puts the ball right on the money. Dacey with the catch, 27 yards and a 13-0 lead.
That's the second time that Mount Carmel has faked the quick screen. They've completed 2 or 3 of those, and that's the second time that they've faked it right here. You see the pump fake by Dowling, and then he lets it loose, drops it in the bucket. Jimmy Dacey, his second touchdown already, and we're only in the first quarter. The kid does it all. Now he's going to hold the extra point. What an afternoon Dacey's already having for the Mount Carmel Caravan.
Louis Geppetto, the son of former state championship basketball coach John Geppetto, former college kicker himself. Geppetto nails it through, and just like that, a 14-0 lead.
Big smile there from Coach Lynch as he's giving Jimmy Dacey some love. What a throw, though, by Dowling. I mean, this kid is not afraid of any throw in the playbook. He's a winner. He knows how to get the job done. He's very patient. He's got really good arm action. I really, really like Blaney Dowling. The more I watched film on him this week, the more he stood out. And Jordan Lynch couldn't say enough about that quarterback for Mount Carmel earlier this week.
Both in intangibles as well as tangibles, the numbers coming into this game. Dowling completing 67% of his passes for over 2,700 yards. That touchdown pass right there now gives him 41 touchdown passes on the season, off of just 6 interceptions. And of course, he has the school record for touchdown passes, right, in a season. He has 41. The previous record was held by Jeff Welsh with 22. You talk about obliterating a Mount Carmel record.
Well, and that's going to be one of the top 20 passing touchdown seasons in state history, I think, now that he's got 41. I mean, he's climbing up in the IHSA record books as well.
The trouble on the kickoff. Still loose. And Mount Carmel will have it. LaJavier Payne fell on the rolling ball. And the Caravan in business. Well, Chris, when I saw that ball with the return man letting it hit the ground, you knew there was going to be trouble.
That always makes a special teams coordinator nervous when the ball hits the ground on a kickoff. That's a tough play to make if you are the returner trying to come up on that football when you've got 11 dudes full speed ahead coming at you on that kickoff team. And if I'm Jordan Lynch, man, I take another shot at the end zone right away. These sudden change moments for an offense are crucial. You've got Batavia on their heels. How can you make them pay? I wouldn't be surprised if we see Dowling let it loose again here on first or second down.
He's 5 of 7 for 104 yards and 2 scores. We still have 4 minutes to play. He's looking into the end zone. Just misfires as Arrington was crossing through.
That's a crucial first down stop for Batavia. Give yourselves and give your defense a chance to kind of catch your breath there. I tell you what, nothing has gone right in the first 8 minutes for the Bulldogs, but if they can somehow get a stop here in the red zone and turn this game around, there's still plenty of time on the clock.
Batavia on this season has only allowed an average of 11 and a half points per game. 2 scores here early. Dowling will get it to Manning. Manning puts his foot in the ground and a flag comes out. Manning's going to get into the end zone. Now this one may be coming back.
Yeah, it was a very late flag. We'll wait to see exactly what it is. But you have to assume that this one's going to come back and bite the Caravan.
Holding. Number 11, White. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay. Second down.
So it looks like Mount Carmel tried to double team one of the linebackers out there, and you saw it was actually 88. Yeah, I can't see who the other number is, but you saw Taylor come from his tight end position out to help on one of the linebackers, and that linebacker does a nice job of shooting inside. This will be another really good look at it right there. Yeah, you see Furlong. He's got his hand on the back of the linebacker there. Really good job by the linebacker to try and spill that play inside, and he ends up forcing the penalty.
Caravan have had some problems with penalties here, especially in the postseason. However, Jordan Lynch says, you know, we're an aggressive team. That's how we play. And this one's headed in the end zone. Just a bit overthrown, looking for Bossy. But in terms of penalties, of course, the pre-snap penalties, you know, the unsportsmanlike penalties, but a penalty like that, Jordan Lynch almost is accepting of it, saying, you know, this is just what we do. We're aggressive in what we do, and we know we're going to pay for it at times.
They're high school kids. Sometimes they're going to make mistakes. You just hope that those are, like you said, mistakes of aggression. And on that play, certainly, that's one of them.
Mount Carmel will snap the ball for the 16th time in this first quarter, and we still have 3 minutes and 50 seconds to play. Third down and very long. Dowling into double coverage. And a penalty flag comes out on the defensive side. We must assume again that was number 3, Ryan Whitwell, among the coverage players for Batavia.
I think this one could go either way, but you have to maybe think that it's more likely that it's defensive pass interference. We'll see what they have to say.
On number 9, 15-yard penalty. Replay, third down.
You'll get to make the call right here. Batavia fans will express themselves.
I think the Batavia fans made the call for themselves.
They watched a big video board here at Memorial Stadium. And
I tell you what, that's a really tough play for both kids. It really is. Whitwell, I can't blame the kid. He just got his hips turned the wrong way at the wrong time.
Four wide left for Dowling to choose from. He's able to thread the needle right in there, and that will not be enough for a first down. I do not believe no Bossy will be 2-3 yards short.
I don't know if I can tell you, Dave, how hard of a throw that is to make for a high school kid. He's on the opposite hash. It's a 5-yard breaking out route towards the other sideline, and he's got to throw that thing on a rope. And that was good coverage there by the Batavia defense, and Dowling does a really nice job to get that ball in there, but Mount Carmel not going to kick this football. They want to put a dagger in the Bulldogs right now. They're going to go for it.
Looking for 3 yards here on 4th down. And the Caravan will take its second time out here of this quarter in an important situation here with 3:36 to play in the first.
If I had to guess, I don't think this timeout is to second guess whether they're kicking a field goal or whether they're going for it. I think Jordan Lynch has his mind made up. He's going for it here. He's just deciding what play he's actually going to run.
Well, you know, and actually he looked into the eyes of Blaney Dowling almost saying, hey,
see
Blaney,
that?
what do you think?
Yep. Did you see that?
And that's the trust he has in his senior quarterback.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, he's playing a great game right now.
Mount Carmel High School from Chicago, very familiar spot here at Memorial Stadium. 13 state championships for the Caravan. Batavia, the western suburbs, a couple of state titles for the Bulldogs. 7A and 8A, of course, most of your schools are in the northern part of the state. We'll see that same thing coming up next in 8A when Lincoln Way East takes on Loyola. Well, it's interesting. You saw Jordan Lynch. He's the offensive coordinator from Mount Carmel. Dennis Perron, the head coach right here for Batavia. Before he took over as the head coach, he was the defensive coordinator. And he said the first thing I did was I fired my defensive coordinator. He said, I didn't want to do that anymore. I couldn't do it. He hired Matt Holm, and obviously things have turned out great for the Bulldogs. But it's defensive stop time here for Batavia.
Yeah, he had a lot of nice things to say about his defensive coordinator earlier this week. Let's see if he can get one big stop here.
Looking for it. Oh, and they have it. Just like that, Demarion Arrington on 4th down. And the Caravan on the 7-yard touchdown pass. 3 possessions, 3 scores, and a 20-0 lead.
This time it's Demarion Arrington getting involved in the scoring. One-on-one route you see there. Coach Lynch and his quarterback Dowling, they are firing on all cylinders as Mount Carmel is opening this one up here early.
3 touchdown passes from Dowling in the first 8.5 minutes of this game. 21-0, and in all honesty, I did not expect this.
I didn't either. I mean, and it's one-on-one coverage out there. It's a really nice job by Dowling. I mean, he hasn't missed. Every ball that he has thrown. And that's got to be a good feeling as a head coach when you take the timeout, you go for it on 4th down, you're already up 14-0, and then there's got to be a little bit of relief when your boys make a big play for you. Think, whew, I did make the right call. Yeah, you did, Coach. Nice job there by Arrington. And your quarterback, give him some love. Dowling, 3 touchdown passes in the first quarter.
There's Demarion Arrington. Arrington is, see him on the defensive side as well. Playmaker, the senior, also runs track. And how about this? We talked about the defense for Batavia. We talked about how it's gotten them here through the season into the playoffs. Just 26 points allowed in the first 4 games of the playoffs. And here in the first 8.5 minutes, Bulldogs have given up 21.
And they'd only given up 30 in the first quarter all year. And Mount Carmel's already put 3 scores on the board.
Down to the 15-yard line. Let's check in with the third member of our announcing crew. That's Casey Standahar.
A first quarter struggle for this Bulldogs team, but Batavia head coach Dennis Perron told me this week he's not concerned with the opponent he has in this Mount Carmel football team. He was straightforward when he said, hey, we made plans. We know what it takes to get here. We aren't making this trip just to travel. We worked our butts off to get here. And honestly, we don't care about what that Mount Carmel team is doing. Some people won't pick us, but will pick us every single time.
And Casey, that is one of the characteristics of this Batavia team all season long. Chris, you mentioned in the pregame, started out 1-2. It was an unexpected 1-2 start, even though a very tough schedule early. But they got themselves together, and the question is, will they have enough time here tonight to get themselves together?
Well, you're exactly right. And, you see Coach Perron right there. He's going to stay as relaxed as he can, but you have to think that in his head he's trying to figure out how he can get some of these points back. Yes, it's only in the first quarter, but when you dig yourself a 21-0 hole and you've only had the ball once in your hand, this is only your second possession, you got to start to think about how you're going to chase points.
They'll keep it on the ground. Be 5 yards short of a first down. A lot of white jerseys on top of Ryan Whitwell. Whitwell, leading rusher for the Bulldogs, over 1,300 yards, 21 touchdowns, averages over 6 yards per carry. But here we are early and a crucial 3rd and 5 for Batavia.
And you saw Jancy get the first carry, Whitwell get the second. Teams rushed for over 2,800 yards on the year. They want to establish the run game, but when you get into 3rd and 5, it's tough to do that, and you're already down 21. So the question becomes, what throws is Ryan Bowe comfortable with in this offense? You got to try and get your quarterback going here early.
Two-step drop, gets it out quickly, and that's enough for the first down. And that is a throw he is very comfortable making. That time he will get it out to number 22 for Batavia. That's Brady Nanowski. Mount Carmel defense has not been tested too much today, but your starting lineups on the defensive side for Mount Carmel presented by OSF. We've already seen the impact that front three has. Bobby Medina, one of the Mount Carmel players who knows the history. How about this linebacking core? Starts, Naokas, Navikas, and Arrington in the middle there. Both Division I players, and then a defensive secondary we'll talk about. Owen Schickel a little bit later. Whitwell will get the call, not much there. Well, the question is, how long can you afford to stay patient? You know, we were talking about how it's a control the clock sort of game, but now that clock actually works against you here.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That was one of the keys. If you're Batavia, you can't go away from the game plan just yet. You know, Ryan Bowe, your quarterback, has to get more involved. You're going to have to try and open it up a little bit through the air, but I think if you're Batavia, you got to continue to work what got you here, and that's running the football.
On the counter, Whitwell across midfield. That should be enough for the first down.
This is what I expect out of Batavia, is probably do things like this, you know, get under center, be a little bit more creative in the play calling, and I already mentioned that I think they can do just about anything on defense as you see on offense as you see the counter here. It's a really good job by the backside. Owen Schickel staying home, number 27 for Mount Carmel. He plays the run from that safety position just about as good as anybody I see in the state.
Owen Schickel, that number 27. Mount Carmel, that's a special number. It's given to a guy who exhibits the standards of Mount Carmel football players. Hard-nosed, gritty, never backs down from a challenge. Long line of great players have worn number 27 for the Caravan. Bowe trying to get to the edge. Oh, my goodness! He is absolutely labeled. He's able to fall on the ball. Or check that. That was Luke Alwyn that will fall on that fumble. But boy, did Bowe take a hit.
Holy cow, it was Noah Smith coming up from his corner spot. What a hit there.
And I don't think that Ryan Bowe saw Smith until he was looking up in the stars. Well, that closes our first quarter here in a big way. Speaking of big, how about the first quarter for the Caravan? 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, 3 touchdown passes from Blaney Dowling. After one from Memorial Stadium, the University of Illinois. It is a 21-0 lead. Here's the hit that closes the quarter. Second down and long after that tackle for loss, but a recovered fumble for Batavia. They'll swing it out here to Charlie Wepley. Wepley will get the ball across midfield. Wepley, the leading receiver, third leading rusher. Just a junior. He can also throw the ball. He possibly will be the quarterback at some point, you know, exchanging places with Ryan Bowe. Bowe, of course, just a junior. But Wepley can throw it. The punter does it all. Third down and 9 here. Bowe gets rid of it. It'll be fourth down and 9. Coming into this quarter, in the first quarter, Mount Carmel outgaining Batavia 129-10. And we're out to this 21-0 lead.
And nothing there on that third down bootleg. It's not really Ryan Bowe's game. He doesn't want to get outside the pocket. I think he's much better when he's under control and can make a quick read inside the pocket. As you see the junior quarterback there make his way to the sideline, as Batavia is going to have to punt the football away.
Wepley for his second punt of the day, back to the 10-yard line is Furlong. No pressure on Wepley. And this is going to work very nicely. Oh, my goodness, they let it go into the end zone. Oh, my.
Not sure what happened there. A bit of a miscommunication by Batavia. Big opportunity missed for the Bulldogs.
Jacob Jancy, I don't know if he lost sight of where he was or the miscommunication, and all of a sudden he realizes, oh, that's orange. That's the end zone.
Jancy, just a sophomore. Getting a talking to there by Coach, patting him on the back, saying, hey, that's all right. That's a learning, it's a teaching moment there for Coach and his sophomore there.
So the Caravan with the ball for the fourth time tonight. All kinds of hand combat and incomplete as they once again look to Dacey.
Batavia fans wanting an offensive pass interference there. Nice job by Dacey to do everything he could to bring that football in, just a little bit too far out of reach as we get a really good shot at it here. Looks like he had 1 foot down just before he got his hands on the football. Yeah, I don't know if he had oh yeah, that's a really good camera angle right there. Nice job there by our camera crew. Shout out to those guys. Been working hard for 2 days and they got a great view of that ball hitting the turf.
Play clock running down. Will they get it up? Yes, they do. Dowling swings it right side. He finds Dacey again. Dacey looking for those sticks. His third catch of the night. It's the first one that he has caught that's not gone for a touchdown.
Just barely short of those sticks. It was another one of those stacked sets. When you've got Dacey and Furlong out there wide, it's really tough. They're really straining that Bulldog secondary. A little bit of miscommunication in the back end. That cost them, Batavia, early in the playoffs. Really cost them on some big plays. And they're having some trouble trying to cover Dacey and Furlong when they're on the same side of the ball tonight.
Third and short. No longer third and short. It is a first down for Furlong. We're less than 2 minutes into the second quarter, and that is the 10th first down for Mount Carmel.
Furlong in that slot position on the jet sweep. You can see there that the threat of run from Alonzo Manning, even after they hand the ball off, holds 2 of those Batavia defenders and allows Furlong to get to the edge. Nice job.
14-yard gain for the Caravan. Number 11, a lot of stickers on that helmet for Dennis Furlong. Another open receiver. Once again, it's Furlong. And they're getting him in chunks right now. That's close to another 14-yard gain.
And they are really spreading it out here and they want to go quick. You can see Coach Lynch really wants to get his team back up to the football. He knows
that's some hard-earned yardage right there for Furlong.
Yeah, he knows he's got Batavia on their heels, and they want to go, go, go here and try and open this up as much as they can.
Yeah, that pace has certainly picked up from the early moments of this game, and the early moments of this game saw a couple of touchdown passes from Dowling to Dacey, and then another one on 4th down. He went to Arrington, and that takes us to our 21-0 lead.
Six different receivers already for Mount Carmel as they go 5 wide again here on 2nd and long.
Favorite receiver tonight, Dacey. He has enough for a 1st down. 4th catch of the night for the senior, Jimmy Dacey.
And if you notice, Mount Carmel, their entire offense so far, for the most part, has been predicated on these quick screens, these bubble screens to the edge. And then when they've taken their big shots, it's been kind of a quick screen go. They fake the screen and then try and work over the top. Those wide receivers who have been blocking on those screens kind of stutter step and then run that go route. That's what most of their offense has been about. As the Caravan struggle to get lined up here, I don't know if they're going to get the snap off.
They do in time. Looking for it all to the corner, and incomplete. Arrington thought he had it. And he'll come back and they'll do it again.
I mean, what a throw here by Blaney Dowling. It's one-on-one to that side, to Arrington, and another great call by this officiating crew. Steps out of bounds. He's one-on-one. He goes up. It's really, really great coverage there, too.
Second down and 10 for Mount Carmel. The Caravan with 12 first downs. Batavia has run just 11 plays in this first half. And now they'll go to the ground. Big run for Manning. Manning has the 13th first down, all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Just the second time that Manning has gotten his hands on the ball, but twice now he has made it a big impact. The first one was on that 4th down conversion, if you remember, in the first quarter, and this time it's on the draw play. Nice job by that offensive line from Mount Carmel, moving bodies on that front 7 from Batavia, and a huge hole for Manning to work through.
Manning, of course, taking over for outstanding player for Mount Carmel. That's Darion Dupree, out for the season with a toe injury in week 9. He already has, Darion Dupree has 20 scholarship offers, and Manning has stepped in for him here in the last 5 weeks. Get it out to Bossy. Bossy with the move, and it results in a touchdown. 15 yards, and for Blaney Dowling, his 4th touchdown pass. And how about the move from Bossy? A little hesitation, change of pace, and he scores.
I mean, this is impressive. Again, a throw from the opposite hash. Dowling does a nice job to put it right on Bossy, and Bossy does the rest. He makes a man miss in space, and he's into the end zone. Pay dirt for the Caravan.
This has been precision by the Mount Carmel Caravan. 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns, 4 extra points added up. It's a 28-0 lead 3 minutes into the second quarter. Jordan Lynch, he couldn't have expected anything better. He's sitting there with a 4 touchdown lead early. Blaney Dowling, his 4th touchdown pass of the night. There's Jaden Bossy, just pulled in that touchdown grab. 4 touchdown pass from Dowling to 3 different receivers. Jaden Bossy does it all. I mean, he can play defensive back if need be, running back, wide receiver. He's state hurdles finals the last 2 years. All right, I'm sure it was with you too, Chris, all week. Everybody's asking, well, what do you think? You know, Batavia, Mount Carmel, Batavia, Mount Carmel. Not once did it come out of my mouth that it'd be a 28-0 game either way here early in the second quarter.
No, not at all. And what I thought was going to keep Batavia in this game is actually, I think, the reason that Mount Carmel's throwing the ball so much. It's their physicality with that front 7. You know, they're an outstanding team up front, and those linebackers that we talked about in pregame really haven't been a factor because of the way Mount Carmel has spread it out.
Flag thrown just as Whitwell will go down on that kickoff return. Here's the call on that penalty flag that was thrown just moments ago.
During the return, personal foul, face mask on the kicking team. 15-yard penalty, first down.
So the Bulldogs get the benefit of a 15-yard penalty, and that will push it up. And you've already seen a lot of points scored in this game. How about the points we had scored in that 5A championship? Fantastic game. 45-44, Nazareth Academy winning the state title. East St. Louis spotted Prairie Ridge 7 points and then scored the next 57 to win the 6A championship. And of course, coming up later, we've got Lincoln Way East and Loyola. That will be Class 8A, and that will wrap up the 2022 football season. High school level in Illinois. Bo to keep it. That door is slammed shut quickly. Ryan Bo has taken a couple of big hits. That time he's stuck by Parker Starks.
Starts as the leading tackler there at middle linebacker for this Caravan defense. Did a nice job there to fill that gap and stop Bo right away. See that defensive line there for Mount Carmel averages about 247 up front. Matches up well with the offensive line from Batavia at 251.
Bo over the middle, a bit too much. Again, we saw Drew Gerke leave this game with an apparent injury early in this game. In fact, it was on a kickoff return. So Ryan Bo checks that wristband, will reset, and he'll look at a 3rd down and 7. Intended receiver was Luke Alwyn. Bulldogs 1 of 3 in the first half on 3rd downs. Here comes the blitz. Bo will have to do it with his legs. Looking to turn the corner. Cartwheel down, but he may have enough. In fact, they think they will give it to him. Gutty run by Ryan Bo after he was taken off his feet to close out the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way you come downhill and make a play. If you are John Brown, the defensive back, is cut the legs out from the runner, and that's a really nice job there, but Bo bounces right up. That's what Batavia is going to need. Looks like he's trying to count. I don't know if he's got enough guys. No, he does. Now they're going to go with a little bit of trickery. You mentioned this, Dave. We're going to see somebody else at quarterback here.
Here's Welpley. He'll take that direct snap. Only got a couple. We haven't seen many touches. What, 1 touch from Jancy, Tyler Jancy. He came into this game on the offensive side with 18 carries last week in the semifinal win.
He got the very first carry of the game for Batavia and then has been fairly quiet since. He's somebody that they didn't use very often. I think they wanted to save him for defense early in the season, but now you got to take every bullet you can and use it.
Welpley again. Couple more yards. So as you said, so many different formations run by Batavia. Now they're starting to pull them out of the bag here. Batavia scored 42 points in the opening round against Guilford. But other than that, their highest point total was last week against Lake Zurich in a 24-7 win in the semifinals. That will go nowhere. Welpley turned back.
You know, I like the call on first down to go with that wildcat look. Even second down, it was pretty successful for 5 yards on the very first carry. But once you get into third down, I mean, yeah, maybe Welpley can throw the ball a little bit, but he's not your true quarterback. He's not going to be able to go through a progression like your regular quarterback Ryan Bowe can. So the defense is keying on the run there, and that's what Mount Carmel did on that third down. So now it forces you into fourth down. So I'm not sure what you go with here, but you're going to go 4 wide for the Bulldogs.
Quickly, they get it to Whitwell. Whitwell has that first down. Boy, that ball came out of the hand of Ryan Bowe very quickly.
Yeah, that's a really, really good play there on fourth down. Nice job to get the ball into the hands of your playmaker, Whitwell, on the rail route, which is kind of that running back go route out of the backfield. Does a nice job there. He comes right at you into your living room on fourth down. Nice job by Batavia to pick that one up and keep the drive alive.
This is the type of drive that Batavia had wanted to run. They didn't know how to do it when they were down 28-0, but this is the 8th play of this particular drive. Throwing back, and the catch is made! Oh my goodness! Charlie Welpley goes up and gets it over John Brown. Wow!
I don't think John Brown had any idea that Welpley was going to come in and make that play, because if you can see here at the end, watch, Brown's just almost sitting there waiting for that ball to fall into his hands, and Welpley out of nowhere comes up to make the catch. Just what Batavia needed at the right time. Let's see if the Bulldogs can get on the board.
28 yards in the completion. First and goal from the 6. Slamming forward is Jancy.
This is when Jancy shines. The 6'1", 225-pound senior is in to pound the rock inside the 10-yard line. Let's see if they give it to him 2. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to him 3 more times here to try and get Batavia on the board.
Jancy, 6'1", 225-pound senior, headed to Wisconsin to play linebacker. 4.5 minutes on this drive for Batavia. They need a score here. Head down, line surge, and touchdown. 3-yard touchdown run from Ryan Whitwell, and the Bulldogs are on the board.
Two backs in the backfield, Jancy or Whitwell. Which do you go with? Well, this time you decide to send Jancy as a lead blocker, and look at him clean up the pile. The Wisconsin recruit runs angry whether he's got the ball or not, and he opens the hole for Whitwell, his teammate.
An extra point. No good. They'll take the 6. Batavia hits the scoreboard. Just 4:31 to play in the first half. 28-6 lead for the Caravan.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Second quarter, 7A state title game here in Illinois. And look at this throw by Ryan Bowe. He rolls left and throws all the way back across his body. And not only is it a great throw, it's an unbelievable catch by Whipley, Charlie Welpley, coming out of nowhere to make a play just when Batavia needed it. And 2 plays later, the Bulldogs are on the board.
Onside kick and a little bit too much as it heads out of bounds. So Batavia 10 plays, 58 yards, took 4:35, 4:31 to play here and a half. Chris, pretty important here for the Bulldogs.
Well, this is going to be a crucial 4 minutes if you're Batavia. I mean, because if you can get a stop here, okay, as we take a look at the kick here, a little bit of trickery there by the Bulldogs. But if you can get a stop here, and then you can get one more score before halftime.
Kick out of bounds.
Batavia gets the ball.
5-yard penalty from the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 42 for the carry.
So you see there, Mount Carmel's going to get the ball 1st and 10 at the 42. But if you can get a stop and a score right before halftime, make this thing 28-14, and then get another score to open up the half, this is a whole new ball game. So, I mean, we talked about it in the first quarter, right? You can't rest if you're Mount Carmel. You've got to continue to attack. And if you're Batavia, just continue to stick to the game plan, which I think they've done a really nice job of on offense. Even though they've only got 6 points to show for it, this is a crucial 4 minutes.
Bossy in motion. They'll go into ground to Manning. Manning has a big hole. Nice job on the tackle by Jancy. That could have gone for 8-10 more yards without that. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Blaney Dowling, how about the night he's at already? He's thrown the ball 21 times here in the first half. 171 yards and 4 touchdowns.
You can barely see him at the top of the screen there, but that's that duo at the top.
Manning makes the cut. He's going to get to the outside, to the sideline. A flag thrown behind him. Out of bounds here, the 20-yard line. The flag is down at the 42. Everybody walking backwards.
Holding. 17. 10-yard penalty. Replay. Second down.
You know, that's an unfortunate hold for Mount Carmel because Manning had room. He didn't need that extra help. It's a 5th penalty on Mount Carmel.
Take a look here. Really nice cut by Manning. Great vision. And yeah, you can see just a little bit too far outside there was Gilliam, who had his hands on the shoulder pads of the defender. See it right there.
So I retract my statement. That hold did help Manning get a few extra yards, but still just 2nd down and short here for Mount Carmel in their midfield.
Yeah, the play happened about 15 yards downfield, so Mount Carmel actually picks up yards on the penalty still.
Dowling on a little play action will get it outside. That's a 1st down and more. Furlong with it. They'll take 3 men to ram him out of bounds. Number 11, Denny Furlong, so underrated, but he does so many things so well.
He's got 4 grabs already on the night, and he just makes people miss. Seems like he's only going to be wrapped up for about a 2 or 3 yard gain, and before you know it, he's out the gate, and it's a 15-yard play for Mount Carmel.
Dowling looking right all the way into traffic. And it will be 2nd down. He was looking for Darian Gilliam.
Yeah, Gilliam wants a flag. He's not going to get one on that side, but there is one on the other side here. Let's see what the flag is as we take a look at the replay. It's just a stutter and go, hitch and go concept.
That'll be the 6th penalty of the half against Mount Carmel.
You can see here that his coach is telling him go up with 2 hands. I would have told him the exact same thing, Coach. I'm glad you're saying it. As Batavia ends up actually declining that penalty. But if Gilliam goes up with 2 hands, I actually think he makes that play. I wasn't sure, though. Gilliam was looking for a flag if maybe the Batavia defender was holding that other arm, and that's why he couldn't get that second hand up there. But you see his coach talking to him there. It was an illegal shift on Mount Carmel.
Dowling's able to get rid of it. He was feeling the pressure. Arrington was there. Just had to get rid of it a little too quickly.
So here we go. Mount Carmel has moved the ball a little bit on this drive, but they've only taken about 60 seconds of clock. And now we come to a crucial 3rd and 10 situation here for Batavia. They need to get a stop right now. This might be 4-down territory if you're Mount Carmel. You can try and pick up half of it here and then get the other half on 4th. But this is a major turning point in this game if Batavia can get a big stop.
3 receivers left.
You have to think that this ball's going to Furlong.
Dowling. Too long, and a penalty flag is out. The intended receiver was Arrington. And we have had a few yellow flags out here in this ball game.
Defensive pass interference is a 15-yard penalty. It'll be 1st down.
Well, that's a tough one for Batavia because that ball was well overthrown.
A lot of hand fighting going on. You see the flag come from the official deep in the middle of the field, and I think that's what Coach Puron is upset about. He wants to know why that official's making the call and not the one on his sideline, as it gives Mount Carmel life. What a big play there as they pick up the 1st down on the penalty.
Joey Barbush on the coverage for Batavia. And not only does that give a 1st down to Mount Carmel, that gives them an extra minute and a half on this clock. Manning slices through. He'll get to the 15.
Nice run by Manning, the 2nd time that they've run that concept on the draw and given the ball to Manning. He's so quick and shifty. He does a really, really good job of making plays in space. As you can see, Batavia knows that they need a big stop here before halftime.
Huge shoved out of bounds at the 16-yard line. 2nd down and 3. We're under 3 minutes to play in the 1st half. Pressure on Dowling. Gets it to Dacey. Dacey will set up a 1st down and goal.
When you have a quarterback that can extend plays with his feet in high school, that's when they are really, really dangerous. It's a nice job there by Dacey to stay open and keep his chest to his quarterback. As you see here, Dowling's forced out of the pocket, and it's Tyler Jancy who is standing right in front of Dacey, and then at the very last second, he sees Dowling break the pocket. He has to come force, and that leaves Dacey wide open. Really good job there by Dowling to keep his eyes downfield. A lot of high school quarterbacks will just try and tuck that ball in their arm and get as many yards as they can, but not Dowling. He does a nice job there.
2-year starter at quarterback. Dowling has it knocked down. Looking for his 5th touchdown pass here in the 1st half. Heck, Dowling had 5 touchdown passes in the 1st half against Brother Rice. That came into quarterfinals.
Not sure who gets a hand on this here for Batavia, but a really nice job there. He was looking for Furlong. He had one-on-one. His favorite wide receiver was on the 5-yard slant. Probably a touchdown if the Bulldogs don't tip that ball.
Play clock running down, gets the snap off in time. It will be 3rd down and goal.
The Caravan really moving Damari and Arrington around on the field here today. We've seen him in the backfield. We've seen him score on a quick screen, and there he was lined up at like tight end, maybe like an offset back on the left side. Runs a little out route, stick route there, and that's a really, really good job by Ostrander to make that play, come downhill, and cover that right at the goal line.
10th play of the drive for the Caravan here in the closing moments of the 1st half. Little play action, deflection once, twice, incomplete. Dacey nearly tipped it to Furlong. Instead, it will be 4th down and goal.
So a good job by Batavia. They force Mount Carmel to kick the field goal. After that 3rd down pass interference penalty earlier in the drive, they do a good job of bowing their neck and stopping the Caravan inside the 10.
Geppetto on to attempt a 24-yard field goal. Louis Geppetto, 1 of 3 in field goals this year, as long as 27. He'll work out of the hold of Dacey. Placement, kick, and points for the Caravan. 31-6. Well, Jordan Lynch made the decision. I want points. Let's stretch this lead, and he got a field goal from Geppetto.
Smart decision by the coach there. Points are important here. Try and extend that lead as much as you can. Batavia now knows that they've got to score on this possession. 2:23 is plenty of time. They've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, which Batavia is going to need because they're not an offense that moves the ball very quickly down the field. Their scoring drive earlier today took up quite a bit of clock. And so if you're Batavia, you got to think about maybe picking up your pace just a little bit early in this drive. Get yourself to midfield as quickly as you can and then go from there.
A 51-yard drive. It took 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Covered 11 plays. For the Louis Geppetto field goal for yet another score. 5 possessions, 5 scores for the Caravan. From about the 13-yard line, Whitwell had a little bit of an opening. He's brought down as Batavia will look to try to get something going here. In fact, it was a little over a year ago these two teams met in Mount Carmel. It was an untimed down to end the game. And you can see the score right there, Mount Carmel trailing. No time left on the clock. Denny Furlong goes in, and it was Mount Carmel that took down top-seeded Batavia in that one. So you're looking for a revenge game. This is it right here. But so far, Mount Carmel not playing any games in terms of keeping it close. They've got a big lead here in the first half.
Ball was on the ground on that very first play. Jancy had it, and it looks like he's going to recover his own fumble. Nice play on first down, but now Batavia's got an offensive lineman down.
That's Frankie Picoro. 6'3", 240-pounder, one of the guards on the offensive line for the Bulldogs.
You have to hope he's okay. Looks to be in some serious pain. He's one of the offensive linemen that really stood out to me, Dave. Let's take a look, and you can see him right there pulling. Oh, yeah, his ankle gets rolled up on a little bit, and that was one thing I noticed in the film is he was really quick on his feet. He's one of those guards that they love to pull. He's their left guard. They like to pull him to the right side and get that extra blocker and actually work to the right, run the ball to the right with him. You can see there he got rolled up on and appears to be in a lot of pain.
Now this is not just some general type injury here. This is obviously a painful one for the big guy in that offensive front for the Bulldogs. Batavia 10-3 on the season. Lost 2 of their first 3 games. One of them lost to Lincoln Way East, who we will see coming up next in the 8A championship game. Good to see him on his feet.
Not able to put a lot of weight on it, though.
Hey, let's take a look again. Keep an eye on number 74. This last play.
You're going to see him right there come up, make contact with the linebacker, and then get rolled up on. Goes down immediately, grabbing his knee. You have to feel for him. The 6'3" junior looks as though his night is over.
Bow play action off the hands of Welpley.
That'd be the second Batavia starter that's gone down on the offensive side.
Yeah, we have not seen Drew Gerke since that first kickoff that was received by Batavia. Well, and that's tough. You take away one of your speed threats, you take away one of your key offensive linemen, and you're looking up at the board at a 25-point deficit. Jack David will come up over that ball, and the snap will go to Bow. In the near side, excellent throw. The catch is made by Luke Alwyn, and it will stop the clock with $1:55 to play in the first half.
That's a great throw there by Bow, and an even better catch by Alwyn. 17-yard completion, as Batavia UC is starting to speed up a little bit. But just as I say that, maybe a little bit of confusion. They wanted to get to the ball and go quickly, but I don't think everybody had the play, so now they're finally lined up. The clock was stopped as he was out of bounds.
3 timeouts remaining for the Bulldogs. Bow again, and that time it was Brown that got a hand on the ball.
Tried to go with the exact same route combination there, the comeback route by Alwyn, and John Brown reads it well that time, gets his hands on it.
There's Brown, 5'8", 170-pound senior. Now Alwyn will split to the left. Motion from Welpley. Looking for Welpley. There he is. Boy, they use Charlie Welpley in so many different ways. Number 4 can be anywhere in the field and then end up anywhere on the field.
Yeah, and there you saw him go in motion. And you see there, it looks like just an out route combination there from Batavia. And a good job by Welpley to get out of bounds from that slot position on the out route. Stops the clock. You can save your timeout. Still plenty of time to play with here if you're the Bulldogs.
Straight up the middle. Whitwell lifted up off his feet, but that should be enough. A first down. Batavia just cracks the 100-yard mark in terms of offense in the first half. That was after just 10 yards in the first quarter for the Bulldogs. So the second quarter has definitely picked up offensively.
Patrick McNamara into the game. First time we've called his name. Tried to get the ball to him quickly. Plenty of time here if you're Batavia.
Well, you saw McNamara. That could have very well been Gerke had he been in the ball game. C.J. Valenti into the game as Bulldogs have 92 seconds to work with. Deep drop. Nice delivery, maybe a little bit behind, but it will be enough positive yardage. It went to Valenti. Another first down.
Timeout, Bulldogs. Batavia is finally going to call that timeout. That was a really nice play call there and a great design from Batavia.
You know, I feel like the Bulldogs have kind of gotten their footing here in this one.
Yeah, play action pass. Valenti from his tight end spot does a nice job of finding that seam in the Mount Carmel defense to make the play and get the first down. You're right, Dave. They are starting to kind of find a groove here. And you know, it's because they're able to do so much and so many different things, I think, that Mount Carmel is having, I think, a little bit of trouble figuring out exactly what coverage do we need to be in, what front should we play against different formations. I've seen them in this series alone, they've gone 4-5 wide. They've gone to 2 tight ends. They've gone with 2 backs at times. So, I mean, even in their hurry-up, they still find a way, as you see there. Their injured offensive lineman, Porcaro, got ice on that knee.
Bo in trouble. Runs into one of the Mount Carmel players. They'll call it an incomplete pass. He had that arm going forward.
Fortunate is Batavia for them to call that an incomplete pass. As you see, Bo comes up a little gingerly. He tries to extend the play, do everything he can. As you see here, he breaks a couple of tackles, and then it's actually the man who he shook, Danny Novickus, going to Ohio University next year to play in the MAC. Doesn't get him the first time and comes back with a big hit.
On the ground, Jancy is head down, Bulls forward. Tyler Jancy's older brother, Michael, played on the 2017 Batavia title team.
And Parker starts.
11th play of the drive for Batavia.
Watch for the counter here.
And it goes to Whitwell. Whitwell, nice cut at the line.
They've been in that formation 2 or 3 different times, and every single time they've been running that counter to Whitwell. It gets them into a 3rd and short.
Quickly to the line. On 4th down. Oh, I don't know. Very close. And
tough for us to tell up here in the booth.
They're going to have to make sure, I think.
Yeah. The official on the sideline nearest to us at the bottom of your screen came in what looked to be short of the first down. And if we're going off of this replay, maybe the 12.5-yard line. I'd say it's a pretty good spot. Let's see what happens here after the measurement.
Well, there's your answer. Length of the football, first down. Well, you know, that was the extra little stretch from Whitwell is what got it.
And I think this officiating crew's done a really nice job in this first half, Dave, because I think that's a really good spot from where we're standing and what we can see in the replay. So here we go, 31 seconds to go. Batavia knocking on the door.
Play action. Bo. And a receiver in the vicinity. That was Alwyn. All of a sudden, the Caravan's trying to put a little more pressure up front on the junior quarterback.
That appeared to be just a one-receiver route. Yes, Alwyn was in the area when he threw it away, but I actually think that was more of just a clear route that Alwyn was running so that Charlie Welpley, the slot receiver, had enough room to work on the post. Couldn't find Welpley, so had to just throw it away.
Bo, 3 completions and 8 attempts on this drive. He has 22 seconds to work with. He'll throw for the 9th time. He's going to look for it all. And a little bit overthrown with Alwyn there in the corner.
Bo's pass intended for
3rd down with 17 seconds left in the half.
Mount Carmel really starting to dial up that pressure on Bo. He holds on to that ball a half second longer, and he is going to get hit from the backside. This is not the kind of game that you want to play with Mount Carmel down here near the red zone when you've only got, near the end zone when you've only got 17 seconds on the clock, and they know that you got to put the ball in the air a little bit. They've got too many athletes on the outside, and they're so good up front that, man, it puts a lot of pressure on that quarterback.
Bo gets good protection. A little bit high as well, as it was Welpley, the intended receiver.
And it's Nolan O'Brien in coverage, the 6'1 senior DB. I mean, Mount Carmel's dropping 7 in that situation because they know that they've got to put the ball in the air. So it's really tough. There's not very many windows as Batavia is going to take a timeout and talk about this fourth down play. I think you got to go for it. I don't think there's any question here. You can't kick a field goal. You're already down 31-6. But the question becomes, what can you dial up here if Mount Carmel is going to drop 7?
You know, you mentioned Nolan O'Brien, the man in the coverage there. O'Brien tore his ACL before the spring 21 season. And, of course, that was the shortened season. He missed all of last fall. Okay, so now he's able to come back here for his senior year. And you think there's some pressure on him? His family has 5 championship rings from Mount Carmel. His dad won a couple of state titles in 88 and 89. His brother Rich won in 2012, 2013, and then Marty 3 years ago. So I have the feeling in the O'Brien household, the pressure is right on the shoulders of Nolan O'Brien to add championship ring number 6. Coming up next, we've got 7A, 8A, Loyola and Lincoln Way East. According to the AP rankings all year, those teams have been 1 and 2 in whatever order. They knew that matchup. Very high likelihood when the pairings came out and they are on opposite sides of the bracket. And I think as much as we've anticipated this entire state finals, that's the game that people have been pointing to.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. I can't wait for that as Batavia comes back to the line here. One of the last plays in the first half of the 7A game. You have to think this is going to Welpley. It looks like he's got one-on-one coverage at the bottom of the screen.
Bull looking over the middle. He got this man. Touchdown. On 4th down. The touchdown pass will go to C.J. Valente. How about that for a big-time play with 8 seconds to play in the first half?
What a great play call. I thought for sure it was going to Welpley. Down at the bottom of your screen, and you could see there at the very beginning of that play that Valente, from his tight end spot on the left-hand side, he actually pass sets for 2 counts and then releases on the play-action pass, and he's wide open. Mount Carmel drops and fans their coverage. They don't see any threat to the middle of the field, so what do those linebackers do? They immediately drop out to what they call the hook curl area, and they widen, and the Batavia Bulldogs do a nice job of finding that crease for the second time in this drive and scoring.
And just as Bulldogs looking for 2, Mount Carmel will take the timeout. How about this drive? 65 yards, 16 plays, and only took 2:09 off the clock.
Great clock management by Batavia and their head coach, Dennis Piron.
You know, I got a kick out of watching that replay. We were watching the replay of the touchdown catch and then also saw the replay of Coach Piron. And before the ball was snapped, he had that look in the face like, we've got this, we've got this.
Yeah, that's a great feeling when you're a coach and you dial something up and pre-snap you see exactly what the defense is giving you and you know it's going to be a score.
Let's go down to Casey Standehart.
Dave, Chris, an injury update for you on the Batavia side. O-lineman Frankie Porcaro dealing with that lower body injury, limping on that left leg, but walking it out. He pointed to his trainers and said, please ice me, I need it. Wide receiver Drew Gerke also questionable to return still with that upper body injury.
Thank you very much for that. 2 very important injuries for Batavia. Appreciate those updates, Casey. Now Batavia will take the timeout. Crucial 2 points here. Well, those 2 touchdown drives by Batavia, exactly what the Bulldogs were looking to do coming into this game, but it was the blitzkrieg put on by Mount Carmel, scoring 28 points in the first 15 minutes of this game to take a 28-0 lead. 2 days worth of state finals here at Memorial Stadium. We had football action yesterday in 1A through 4A, and here are your scores. Leland Winslow wins yet another state championship with a big win over Camp Point Central. A thriller in 2A. St. Teresa holding on, defending a couple passes in the end zone to hang on for a 29-22 lead. IC Catholic ripped off long string of points, 48-17 winners, and then Sacred Heart Griffin got Ken Leonard a state championship in his final year of coaching for the all-time winningest coach in Illinois high school history. That was yesterday's action. We're in game number 7 here of IHSA Championship Weekend. Bo looking for 2 points, and that skips in under Whitwell, so the score will remain 31-12.
Piron shocked there as Batavia got a linebacker blitz that they weren't expecting. It was a good play call to actually throw into that backside linebacker blitz. Demarion Arrington comes flying in here unabated and lights up Ryan Bowe, and he just can't put enough on that to get it to Whitwell. But a nice job by Batavia. We talked that they needed to score before half to change this game as Piron continues to work the officials. But this is exactly what Batavia needed. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. And, Dave, this is a completely different game from when it was the 4:30 mark of the second quarter, and Mount Carmel was up 28-0.
Well, how different has it been, and what might you look forward to in the second half? First 2 drives of this game, Batavia had 17 yards, total yards of offense. These 2 touchdown drives, 123 yards since then. So if you're looking like what could this second half look like, that is certainly maybe a precursor.
Yeah, these first 18 minutes versus these last 6 minutes, completely different.
And one would expect Mount Carmel here to take any chances with 8 seconds to play in a half. Take a knee and head to the locker room. This has felt like 2 different games in one, hasn't it?
Well, and you always want good football when you come to a state championship game, not only as a fan or a ball player, but even as a broadcaster. And at 28-0, I wasn't sure if we were going to get a ball game. But, man, give Batavia all the credit in the world to battle back. I know it's only 31-12, but I'm telling you, 1 score here to start the second half, and this is a completely different ball game.
Doesn't look like there's going to be any knee here. They'll give it to Manning, and he takes a couple of pops as he heads through the line with a flag down with 3 seconds to play in that first half.
Five-yard face mask. Replay first down.
A lot of folks expect the kickoff for the 8A game to happen at 7 o'clock. Not going to happen. We had our first game today, Nazareth and Peoria High. That was a 3-hour-plus game. Kind of put us back a little bit on the timing schedule, but nevertheless, stick around. We'll have football coverage all the way through the evening.
What a game to start the day, though. We talked about it. 45-44. Some people I talked to on the sideline who cover sports for a long time in this state said it's one of the best games they've ever covered. So we're in for a pretty good game, I think, here in 7A, and also that game in 8A. Man, it's going to be a good one.
Safe play to Manning. And that will close out our first half. A 28-0 lead for Mount Carmel. Absolutely precision offense for the Caravan, shutting down the Batavia offense at the same time. Batavia regaining its footing a little bit. Still a big lead for the Caravan at 31-12 at the half. We'll hear from Jordan Lynch, the head coach from Mount Carmel. He was a very excited man there early in this ball game. Blaney Dowling throwing 4 touchdown passes in the first 15 minutes of this game.
Yeah, that was an impressive performance in the first quarter by Dowling. Really nice job to get Mount Carmel this big lead.
See Mount Carmel very politely letting Batavia pass through. Let's go to Casey Standahar. She's with Jordan Lynch.
Joined now with Mount Carmel head coach Jordan Lynch. Coach, 4 touchdown passes for Dowling. Jimmy Dacey seeing the ball really well. How would you describe their senior leadership so far?
Yeah, it's seniors being seniors. It's we're doing a really good job up front, protecting them to let them get the passes out. Receivers are catching it. We're starting to get the run game going a little bit. Protect the ball, keep doing what we do.
Adjustments, if any, going into the half to keep this lead?
Yeah, can't get complacent. You know, we got to keep attacking. When we get complacent, we let the other team back in. We got to tighten some things up defensively at the defensive backfield, but, you know, run the ball and, you know, be us.
Coach, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Dave, back to you.
Thank you very much, Casey. Sounds like a very simple formula for the Caravan. Here's the 4th touchdown pass from Dowling to Arrington and a 31-12 halftime lead.
From the days of the one-room schoolhouse, public schools have always been the heart of our community. It's where our students learn and are inspired to dream big, where we cheer on our teams under Friday night lights, and where parents, teachers, students, and loved ones come together as one. Now, more than ever, our public schools unite us. This message is brought to you by the Illinois Education Association, IEA, because we are stronger united.
For extraordinary moments in life, you should never have to settle for ordinary healthcare coverage. That's why at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, we put the extra in our plans. Extra me time to catch up on your faves, with telehealth visits included. Extra peace of mind, knowing a nurse line is here 24/7 for those unexpected moments. Visit us at bcbsilextra.com to enroll. Because extraordinary coverage should come with extraordinary extras.
There are more than 20,000 ways to experience Illinois State.
Hey, what's up? You ready to go to class?
What kind of Redbird will you be? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
Black Friday is here at Menards, and we've got the perfect present for your loved ones. With something for Dad, Mom, and the kids. Everyone in the family will get what they want, even your furry friends. Enjoy the season and the savings. Deck out the tree and stuff your stockings with these great gifts at amazing prices. Hurry in and save big money. These deals won't last long. Doors open at 6 a.m. on Black Friday.
Save big money at Menards.
The IHSA, committed to keeping student-athletes safe. Through educational initiatives and national partnerships, we're going the distance to develop safer protocols for our teams. Plus, we continue to improve scheduling and conditioning to reduce injuries from preseason through each state championship. 31 sports, 350,000 student-athletes, and one goal, player safety. The IHSA, the future plays here.
Welcome back to Champaign, Illinois. There you see the halftime score. Mount Carmel up big, 31-12. Hello, everybody. I'm Kenny McReynolds in our studio here in Memorial Stadium. Mount Carmel jumped out to a 28-0 lead, but the Bulldogs showed a lot of life at the end of the second quarter. Now, let's hear from our good friends at Menards. Remember, you can save big money on all your home improvement needs with Menards.
I love to be able to make something that didn't exist at the beginning of the day.
Seeing nature can be inspiring. I want to make things that can mold well with nature.
We love sitting around our kitchen table. We spend a lot of time coloring and drawing and just having fun being creative together.
A lot of creativity is emotional. If things are flowing, then you're firing on all pistons.
Being able to envision something and being able to work with your husband to create that is really exciting and empowering.
People will be delighted by just how much of the selection that there is at Menards. It's definitely a one-stop shop.
Menards has everything you need, whether you're a weekend warrior or a daily professional. I have to use products that will last.
For a lot of my pieces, I need a variety of hardwoods. Red oak, hickory, maple, mahogany. I can walk out of the door with exactly what I need.
Menards is my custom shop. Whatever I draw, they can produce. They've made it easy for me to get what I need for my customers.
I like the Menards lumberyard because it's stored inside, it's stored flat. Just the way they take care of their wood is second to none.
The kind of quality that you put into your work indicates the respect you have for the customer. But what is more satisfying is when
I realized we didn't just do a countertop installation, but we added to their quality of life.
It's great to be able to work every day with your business partner, your co-parent, your best friend, and then see where that takes us on this journey in life.
Everything you do matters, and if I've got a positive effect on all these things, then I believe that's a life well lived.
I love what I do. I care about what I do. And so that's magical. There's always a sense of gratification, and that never gets old.
Standing back and seeing what we've created is really the payoff of the whole process.
There's always a place in this world for things that are well built that can be used for generations to come. It's a great feeling to know that I'm creating pieces that are incorporated in people's homes and the spaces that they live in.
Being a maker is all about controlling your own destiny. It really, truly just feels limitless.
Remember, you can save big money at Menards. We are at halftime. Mount Carmel in complete control, leading 31-12. Back with more halftime. Let's take a quick break on the IHSA television network. Welcome back to Champaign, Illinois. We're at halftime of the Class 7A State Championship football game. Mount Carmel with a big lead, 31-12. Hello again, everybody. Kenny McReynolds, State Casey Standard has joined us. You're outside. Now you're in here getting warm. What do you think about the first half? When I saw Mount Carmel come out, only thing I could say was, wow.
I mean, they've been lights out. This game has been all Mount Carmel. Coach Jordan Lynch told us at half, this is just seniors being seniors. That's what they do. He's really relied on those seniors because they suffered quite a loss, losing Darion Dupree, their junior running back. But they filled the holes with Alonzo Manning, and they've been flexing their strengths in this first half.
First 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. That's very difficult to do in a state championship football game. But Dowling, he now has 43 touchdowns on the year. He has just been a player of the year candidate, and he's playing that caliber of ball tonight.
He really is. He's been lights out, and he has been just so cool, calm, and collected out there, especially with this Batavia team who has been miscommunicating a little bit in the first half. So they are taking full advantage of that, Kenny.
Okay, Casey, let's take a look at the LIUNA first half stats brought to you by LIUNA. You tell you what, start your career in construction today at LIUNAcareers.com. When you look at the stats here, it is all Mount Carmel. That's not surprising. You look at the total yards, 257 to 140. The one thing that is kind of surprising, the time of possession. The Bulldogs lead it by about 3 minutes, which is kind of surprising when you look at the score. And, of course, you look at the passing, 193 to 97.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a stark contrast, but there's been so much energy on the Batavia sidelines. We'll see what happens if they can come back.
Okay, hey, let's take a break. We're at halftime. We'll be back with more following this brief timeout on the IHSA Television Network.
Want a great career? Join the Carpenters Union and be part of the next generation building our communities. With the Carpenters Union Career Connections program, high school students get a head start on the industry's leading curriculum. Learn the latest in construction technology and the many skilled crafts the Carpenters Union represents. Plus, earn as you learn. Receive a nice paycheck, health insurance benefits, and best of all, no college debt. Ask your school district to participate in the Career Connections program and get started on your future.
From the days of the one-room schoolhouse, public schools have always been the heart of our community. It's where our students learn and are inspired to dream big, where we cheer on our teams under Friday night lights, and where parents, teachers, students, and loved ones come together as one. Now, more than ever, our public schools unite us. This message is brought to you by the Illinois Education Association, IEA, because we are stronger united.
Black Friday is here at Menards, and we've got the perfect present for your loved ones. With something for Dad, Mom, and the kids. Everyone in the family will get what they want, even your furry friends. Enjoy the season and the savings. Deck out the tree and stuff your stockings with these great gifts at amazing prices. Hurry in and save big money. These deals won't last long. Doors open at 6 a.m. on Black Friday.
Save big money at Menards.
How do you predict the future? You create it. You build a foundation, pave a path forward, soak up the journey, and turn experiences into something life-changing. At Illinois State University, we deliver on what every college should promise you: the opportunity and tools to write your legacy every day. The rest is up to you. What will you create? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
Batavia Bulldogs back on the field here, closing out the halftime here at Memorial Stadium with the 31-12 Mount Carmel lead. Welcome back upstairs, everybody. Dave Bernhardt along with Chris Hyland. Glad you've joined us here for this 7A battle. Don't forget 8A coming up in a little bit. But boy, did we get things rolling early here. Mount Carmel won the coin toss. They wanted to get the ball, and they produced, driving down the field on their opening play. And here's Blaney Dowling. This is how his first half begins. He finds Jimmy Dacey. First possession, touchdown, and it just kept rolling from there.
I mean, you can't say enough about the way that Blaney Dowling played in that first quarter alone. You see him drop it into the bucket there for his second touchdown to Jimmy Dacey, and then he gets others involved. It's Arrington on a 7-yard score. Now we're in the second quarter. The Caravan keep rolling. Bossy makes a man miss, and it's 28-0 Mount Carmel early. But Batavia battles back. What a catch by Welpley. That sets up a score from Whitwell. He's got 1,300 yards on the year, and now he's got a score in a state title game. And just before the half ends, Batavia gets another one. That brings us to 31-12.
Well, that's how we got here to this point, and I'll tell you where we're going right now. We're going to go down on the field with Casey Stendahar. She's standing by with Dennis Piron from Batavia.
With Batavia head coach Dennis Piron, coach, some miscommunication in the first half, in the first quarter really, but cleaned things up in the second. What adjustments were made at halftime?
We just got to find a way to slow their passing game down a little bit, and we got to be clean on offense. And, you know, I think kind of like you saw in the earlier game, we lost one of our best players in the first few minutes of the game, which, you know, kids get a little bit down, you know, when something like that happens. So, but I think we rallied very well. And again, I think we always come back fighting, and I'm very proud of what happened after that. So we're going to keep that momentum going, get a nice stop on a field goal, and then with the length of the field with the score, we need just to continue to do those types of things this half.
You told me earlier this week that you didn't make this trip for nothing. So how do you come back and make it worth it?
It's already worth it. When I see all the fans that we have here, when I think of the mission that these guys were on, when I think of the journey that they've taken, the relationships they built, and the friends, getting here is something that's only happened in the history of our community a handful of times. Getting to any state championship. So we're going to enjoy this. We're going to enjoy being here, and then hopefully play a little bit better here in the second half.
Enjoy it. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Yep, thanks.
Dave, back up to you.
All right, thank you very much, Casey. And the Batavia Bulldogs will get their hands on the ball first when we come back. 31-12, they've got some making up to do on the offensive end. We'll be back with that second half. Class 7A championship right after this.
Want a great career? Join the Carpenters Union and be part of the next generation building our communities. With the Carpenters Union Career Connections program, high school students get a head start on the industry's leading curriculum. Learn the latest in construction technology and the many skilled crafts the Carpenters Union represents. Plus, earn as you learn. Receive a nice paycheck, health insurance benefits, and best of all, no college debt. Ask your school district to participate in the Career Connections program and get started on your future.
From the days of the one-room schoolhouse, public schools have always been the heart of our community. It's where our students learn and are inspired to dream big, where we cheer on our teams under Friday night lights, and where parents, teachers, students, and loved ones come together as one. Now, more than ever, our public schools unite us. This message is brought to you by the Illinois Education Association, IEA, because we are stronger, united.
This is the great state, where you'll find hearts bigger, beating truer, and always wide open. Country miles with never-ending pride, virtues and values, and colors that run deep. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, we were born and raised in the land of Lincoln. And like you, we'll always be here, standing for all. Blue Cross and Blue Shield, nationwide strong, Illinois born.
Back at Memorial Stadium on the campus of the University of Illinois. Temperatures dropping a little bit. Boy, we have had some great weather, though, for the final football weekend of the season. And maybe some rain a little bit later. We'll see if we can dodge that. Dave Bernhardt, Chris Hyland, Casey Standahar with you. Kenny McReynolds in our studio as Batavia and Mount Carmel getting set for half number 2. And, you had said something, Chris, about the last few moments. In fact, we were talking with about 3.5 minutes to play that if Batavia could get on the board, they'd get the ball here to start the second half.
Yeah, really nice job. And you heard Coach talk about it there with Casey coming out of halftime. They did a nice job to stop Mount Carmel and hold them to a field goal the first time they had kept Mount Carmel out of the end zone all night. And then to march all the way down the field in about 2 minutes, 16 plays on that drive. They did a nice job to score just before halftime. I got to say, I really love Coach Piron's attitude coming out of the half. How can he not want to play for that guy? Says, we're already enjoying this trip. This is about his community, these fans, and these players. And, man, they're going to make the most of it here in the second half.
Fair catch is called from the 38-yard line. So Batavia will have things to get things started. Speaking of Mount Carmel, he had 6 offensive possessions in the first half. First 4 resulted in a touchdown, then a field goal in that last possession. Well, it was an 8-second possession to basically run out the clock. The question in the minds of a lot of Batavia fans is, okay, can we get to 31 points? And on the other side, can we hold Mount Carmel to 31 points and give us a chance to get there?
I think you're going to have to put more than 31 on the board if you're the Bulldogs, and it starts right now.
First play goes backwards. Well, you heard Dennis Piron talk about how state championships don't happen often in the community of Batavia, but they did last spring, Chris.
That's right, they sure did. And look at who it is coaching the track team to a 3A state title. It's Coach Piron, not just the head football coach, but the head track coach. They took home the trophy on the blue track in Charleston in the spring. Drew Gerke, who we talked about went down early in this game, was one of the stars on that track team for the Bulldogs.
In fact, 80 of the track athletes are also football players. Not a coincidence. Good gain on second down from Whitwell. Yeah, it was kind of funny talking to Coach Piron. Had that little gleam in his eye like, yeah, I'm not saying it's required that our football players run track, but obviously he is making sure that they get their conditioning and speed work in that spring season. But congratulations on a state track championship.
Yeah, that's outstanding. I think encouraged was the word that he used.
Okay.
Wasn't that the word he said? I don't know if they're required to, but they're certainly encouraged to come out to the track team for Coach there. Whitwell in the shotgun again.
And that should be enough for the first down. Everybody in on that one. Now the whistle's blowing all over the field, so that ball will come back. Jancy, again, it would take probably about 8 Mount Carmel players to bring him down.
Yeah, he looks the part, doesn't he? Certainly looks the part. I know Coach called him a comic book hero this week, said he's just the poster child for Batavia football. And you can see it there. 7 is built like a Wisconsin recruit.
6'1", 225. Big hit after a short game. You know, I want to go back to Tyler Jancy. You know, he had a quote during the playoffs, I think really encapsulates what high school sports is all about. So Tyler Jancy said, you know, so many guys can talk about what college they go to or what awards they win. But at the end of the day, what you want most is a state championship on your high school team. Those are your brothers. You grew up with them. You go to state with your brothers. That's an experience that most people just don't get.
Love it. It's what it's all about. And Jancy there, you see, he has 120 tackles on the year at middle linebacker. He's laying it all out on the line here today, playing offense as well.
Whitwell, nice little footwork with those bright green shoes. And this is what the Bulldogs look like in the second quarter.
Yeah, really good job here by Whitwell, bouncing off of a tackle or two and falling forward to make it 3rd and 1. See the C on the back of his helmet there. He's a captain. He's got a touchdown in this game already. Let's see if they go to him here on 3rd and 1 to pick up a crucial first down.
Coming this way, and that will be enough. Brian Whitwell was a water boy as a 7th grader during that 2017 championship season for Batavia. And since that game, he and all his classmates talked about going to a championship game.
He does a little bit of everything. He kind of can run outside, he can run inside, put his head down. Does a nice job there. 10 carries for 39 yards already here on the evening.
Get another chance here. There was just nothing there. Third tackle for a loss by Mount Carmel. Host of players in, including Danny Novickus. So Whitwell getting the bulk of the carries here early on. There's Novickus, number 28. Headed to Ohio University. You know, a great compliment paid towards him. He just does his job. You know, and how underrated that expression is. After a loss of yardage. Bowe's man downfield was covered. Finds Whitwell. Boy, what great awareness, great vision by Ryan Bowe. The patience to find Whitwell.
And I really like the route here by Whitwell because watch, he comes out of the backfield, and this is just supposed to be a flood route. You can kind of see him slow down as he left the screen there, but he does a nice job of understanding the situation as we do have a flag down. Not sure if we'll be able to get to the official here while we're still in the replay, but it's backing Batavia up.
10 yards, spot foul, 3 plays, 2nd down.
Well, that's a huge play. Wasn't able to see where the holding was, but it's the 5th penalty on Batavia, and it backs them way up. It happened 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage is what they're saying. Oh, yeah, there it is right there, 52. Jack David, the center.
So, in effect, a 20-yard loss, and that ball's picked off. intercepted down to the 25-yard line. Stepping right in front of that pass from Mount Carmel was Bobby Medina, defensive tackle. How about that? Medina with the unlikely interception. Here's a look at it.
What a read here by Medina. You can see that Bo rolls right, and if Medina's not there to step in front of that football, they've got a little bit of a play. Welpley was wide open. Bo just needs to put more air on that football, and Welpley has something there, but a nice job by Medina to get the ball back for the Caravan.
Dowling looks to strike. He'll go to his tight end, Daniel Taylor. Bobby Medina, 6', 250-pound senior. He never saw him. Bo never saw Medina.
No, but he's the only defender anywhere near Welpley there. So a nice job by Medina to read the screen, sniff it out, and give Mount Carmel a big play.
Manning will get the call. It's going to be third down and long. Flags all over the field. And yet another injured Batavia player.
Three flags. Not sure what's going on with the Batavia player, but
boy, there
we go. Now finally a trainer's going to come out and take care of him.
That's Quinn Ahrens that's down for the Bulldogs.
Dead ball, personal fouls against both teams. The offense and the defense. They offset.
And there you go. Personal fouls each way.
Something after the play here, I think. You see it right there. 79.
That was Samuel Singleton for Mount Carmel. Ahrens went down awkwardly.
Yeah, immediately. It looked like right out of his stance, it was a non-contact injury almost.
And then Singleton just kept after him.
Yeah, tried to lay on him, and Singleton's not the guy you'd want to lay on you if you're hurt.
350-pounder. Quinn Ahrens is down. We'll take a step back. 6:55 to play in the third quarter. 31-12 Caravan. Quinn Ahrens coming up field under his own power gingerly at that. Here's a look back at what happened. Singleton just kept rolling up on him. Meanwhile, Blaney Dowling completes pass. He gets it to Dacey. Dacey, a favorite receiver in the first half, actually early in the first quarter. That's good enough for a first down.
And he gets just enough to move the chains as Batavia continues to get bitten by the injury bug here in this game. That's the third Batavia Bulldog that has gone down. Coach Piron alluded to it in his comments to Casey at halftime. We hadn't seen Drew Gerke since that first kickoff. I don't think we're going to see him at all here in this game.
Jet sweep to the near side. Gets the block to the outside. Turns the corner of the end zone, and it is Jaden Bossy. His second touchdown of the night. One receiving this, a 12-yard rushing touchdown for Bossy.
Great blocking on the perimeter for the Caravan. It was Furlong out there and a couple others who spring Bossy. Give some credit to the tight end, 88 Taylor, as Bossy's able to find the edge and then the end zone to really open this thing up for Mount Carmel.
The interception by Bobby Medina set it up. Just 64 seconds after that interception by Medina, and Mount Carmel strikes again. Caravan again scoring on each possession other than that final 8 seconds of the first half. No good on the extra point attempt from Geppetto. However, 6 more points go on the board. 37-12, Caravan in control.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Mount Carmel Caravan, they came out tonight aggressive. They attacked. And right here after the interception, just 64 seconds later, they attack again and just put that foot down and twist it just a bit on Batavia. Bulldogs get another shot at it here. Mount Carmel looking to go 14-0 and second state title in the last 3 years under head coach Lynch. Once again, good coverage on the special teams for the Caravan. Whitwell helped to his feet. Been a busy man tonight. There he is, Ryan Whitwell, the 6 foot, 205-pound senior. Batavia looking to get their offense going after very, very sluggish start. -1 in yardage. In fact, it was a rugged first quarter. Batavia struggled. First 7 plays of the game, net yardage of -1. Got their feet underneath them for a little bit there in the second quarter, and now to get things going again.
Well, it was the miscue on special teams that gave Mount Carmel another possession and put them up 21-0 before Batavia had their hands on the ball twice. So they had only run 7 plays, and they were down 21 points. That really put them in a hole.
Good surge forward.
Charlie Webley, the ball carrier.
Charlie Webley, we've seen him up the middle. We've seen him on the outside. We've seen him punt. Done a little bit of everything. But, you know, you get the feeling right now with the man down for Mount Carmel, you take a look at Tavon Rice. They're looking like he may have a cramp. But for Batavia, not necessarily a team known for big plays, especially without Drew Gerke in the lineup. They're going to have to get something big here soon.
Yeah, they really are. You have to think that maybe it comes on a trick play or something. You're going to have to dial it up quickly because you are really in a hole now, 37-12. The clock continues to tick away. About 17 minutes of game action left. Not a ton of time for a team who likes to be patient in the huddle. Take a lot of time off the clock when they've got the ball. That was one of their keys to this game. They were going to have to control the clock. So if you're Batavia, it's a great opportunity here to think about what can we do on first down to get chunk plays.
Rice to his feet. You know, we've had no shortage of points here on this field here today in our first 2.5 games here on our Saturday coverage of the IHSA football playoffs. We've had a wonderful game in game number 1 in Class 5A. And 89 points scored. Nazareth Academy one more than Peoria. And how about the 57 points East St. Louis put on Prairie Ridge? That 50-point difference, the largest margin of victory in any state championship game in IHSA history. And right now, Mount Carmel sitting at a 37-point number.
Whitwell, the ball carrier. Tackled by Parker Starts.
37-12 is where we sit, 57-7. East St. Louis win over Prairie Ridge, and then waiting in the wings. Not going to get started at 7 o'clock, but Lincoln Way East and Loyola Academy are ready to roll in 8A.
That'll give those fans a little bit more time to fill up these seats at Memorial Stadium. It's getting a little bit crowded down there, Dave. That's going to be a good one. I can't wait. Lincoln Way and Loyola, two of the best teams in the state. Pretty much everybody, all the experts said that they've been the two best teams all year. Can't wait to see them here.
That is hard-earned yardage. If there's positive yardage out of that, you did everything you could to make something out of it, and that's what Tyler Jancy did right there.
By 97, Jamari Cheney.
Bring up a third down, long here for
third down,
the Bulldogs.
And 7.
Jancy out, JP Cheney, who's their tight end, comes out as well. Certainly a passing down here as Batavia goes 4 wide. Look for Welpley. He's been their big playmaker all day.
Bo looking right all the way, and a bit too high as the hit laid on by Demarion Arrington on Welpley. Well, we've seen Arrington on the offensive side here tonight. He has a touchdown pass, and that time he has the pass coverage.
Yeah, you had to know that that ball was going to 4. Welpley's been outstanding all game for Batavia. Got a couple of carries, got 5 carries actually already on the day, as well as that incredible catch that helped Batavia get their first score.
Welpley will be back to punt for the 3rd time tonight for the Bulldogs. But we'll have to wait just a bit. We may have had some movement on that offensive line. That'll back it up 5 yards.
So it looked like Batavia was trying to draw Mount Carmel off sides. Their couple of the linemen snapped their heads up and looked at the sideline. I don't think that the long snapper got the memo, though. He snapped the football unintentionally.
There's a good snap. Left-footed kick, good kick. This is going to take a nice hop as well. Furlong, though, picks it up inside the 20. Denny Furlong hemmed in. And the Caravan will start yet another drive. Looking to score once again. Let's check in once again with Casey Standehart.
Dave, Chris, if you believe in miracles and omens, this one is good. In 1927, Mount Carmel was set to play for the first city championship at Soldier Field. Legend has it that the night before that big game, a couple of Carmel football players jumped the fence at Soldier Field and buried a scapular in the north end zone for good luck. The next day, Mount Carmel scored the winning touchdown at that very spot in the end zone. You could see that scapular right there. And then they won that first city title 6-0. Now, teams do still bring a scapular to the field before the game and hang it on the goalpost for good luck.
Well, It's so far so good tonight. I don't know. I'm trying to squint and see down there whether our goalposts have it, but things have been all the Caravan's way here tonight.
Has been for the first 13 weeks of the season, too. I mean, Mount Carmel flexing their muscles here tonight, proving why they are one of the best teams in the state. You see Furlong there, Dacey, Arrington, their quarterback Blaney Dowling doing it all for head coach Jordan Lynch. Really impressive performance by Mount Carmel.
Previous play, a loss of 6 yards, looking to make it up here, and that was deflection. Did he get it? Nope. Nearly intercepted on that first, and then the deflection sends the ball into the hands of Joey Barbush. He thought he had it.
Jaden Bossy runs a great route. Probably the worst ball we've seen Dowling throw all night. I don't know if it sailed on him or what, but there was an opening right there between the linebacker and the safety where if he puts that right on Bossy, he's got a chance to get the first down, but instead it sails and it's 3rd and long.
I don't know whether Mount Carmel's been in a 3rd and long tonight. Excellent tackle there. Furlong lost 6 yards on the first play of this drive. He gets about 4 yards back, maybe 5, 6.
Not sure if that was the first 3rd and long we've seen all night, but I know for a fact this is something we haven't seen at all from Mount Carmel yet tonight, and that's a punt.
Because this will be, unless something special happens here, it will be the first possession that Mount Carmel has not scored other again than that last 8-second possession to close the first half. Jack Elliott back to punt. Ooh, nearly blocked. Fair catch is called, and Bulldogs will have it in good field position here as that fair catch called by Luke Alwyn.
Let's take a look at that. I mean, this ball barely gets off.
32 yards.
It's a nice job by Jack Elliott.
Batavia starts its drive at its own 45-yard line.
Special teams coordinators usually teach that if you just go low and keep those hands low, you got a better opportunity to block that punt. Instead, J.P. Chaney decides to jump in the air there. I think if he just keeps his hands low and tries to go across the foot, he might have a chance at it.
Working from the eye. Bo looking to go big. Knocked away. Defensive play made by Noah Smith.
That's the second really good play we've seen Noah Smith make tonight. One of them was in run support when he lowered the boom on Ryan Bowe, the quarterback, to end the first quarter, and this time shows how well he does in pass coverage, steps in front of the receiver Alwyn and gets a hand on it to save a touchdown. Nice job there by the DB.
Smith using those stickers very creatively on that Mount Carmel helmet.
Yeah.
Whitwell dances through one tackle. You can see why Ryan Whitwell has rushed for about 1,400 yards this season.
A nice jump cut there by Whitwell. Makes the first defender miss. He's got, like I said, a little bit of everything. He can lower his shoulder. He can make a man miss in space. Really nice job there by Whitwell to pick up the first down.
That was the longest run of the night for the Bulldogs. And it leads to a first down. Staying with Whitwell.
Whitwell, the ball carrier.
You know, I know you can't take away a first quarter or the first 15 minutes of this game, but you can see how Mount Carmel overwhelmed Batavia early, jumping out to a 28-0 lead. If the game started 3 minutes into the second quarter, it would be a one-point game.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that kind of tells us how this game has gone since then.
Yeah, I mean, Batavia just got smacked in the face right out of the opening kickoff. There's no doubt about it. There's no other way to say it. But you got to give these Bulldogs a lot of credit for the way that they have fought back in this football game. It could have gotten away from them a lot quicker, but they've done a really nice job.
Whitwell out of the backfield. One of the men on the stop, Nick Nyokas. Nyokas headed to Western Illinois University. Nyokas, a 6'1", 210-pound inside linebacker for the Caravan, wearing number 40.
Third down, 3rd and 3.
Down to the final 60 seconds of the third quarter.
Nyokas, one of those 4 linebackers that make up that outstanding linebacking core for Mount Carmel. They have been really good tonight.
On the run, and again, big-time contact by Smith. Nice catch by Welpley to hang on. Once again, the chains will move.
Picks up the first down. It's 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
A great compliment played by Jack Sadowski, one of the Division I recruit linebackers, and he talks about Charlie Welpley. He says, you give Charlie the ball and he's going to make a play. And we have certainly seen that here tonight.
Yeah, and he's had a lot of pressure on his shoulders with his counterpart, Gerke, going out early in the game, and he has answered the call.
Bo delivers, and he has it. Somehow that ball got through, and he finds Luke Alwyn. Well, I didn't know that ball had a chance to get there, but it's 1st and goal from the 7.
3 wide receiver side. You can see it switch verticals where the 2 inside wide receivers switch spots, run vertically, confuse the defense, and then find a hole in that zone. Nice job by Bo to put it right on Alwyn. And Batavia has something going here as we end the third quarter.
Unbeatable internet, made to do anything, so you can do anything.
We open up the fourth quarter with Charlie Welpley in the Wildcat position from the 7-yard line. We've seen this one on one series earlier tonight. Welpley only gets about a yard. Only one touchdown scored in the third quarter. That was a Jaden Bossy 12-yard touchdown run to stretch this lead to 37-12.
Batavia has used just about every playmaker that they have down near the goal line tonight. Welpley in the Wildcat. We've seen Jancy carry the ball. Whitwell's got the touchdown for them. As you see here, Cheney in the game and Jancy in the backfield.
And it's play action from Bo. Under pressure. Great coverage in the end zone. Bo was able to get back near the line of scrimmage once again. Rushing him out of bounds, number 40, Nick Nyokas. Also is Asher Tomaszewski. Tomaszewski, we haven't called his name tonight. Kansas State commit, number 77 for the Caravan.
Yeah, plays both sides. Nice job there by him to stretch Bo all the way to the sideline. Coach Piron talked about it early this week, said that they don't like to stick to their tendencies. He says as soon as they find a tendency, he can guarantee you that's the game that they're going to break it on offense. And there, they broke with tendency because anytime J.P. Cheney's in the game, number 5 at tight end, more than likely they're running the football.
Batavia needed a timeout there as that play clock ran down to 0.
So Cheney in the game on that last play, second down, and they decide to go with the play action fake to Tyler Jancy. But it was a really nice job by Mount Carmel to stay disciplined. Read your keys. Good coverage on the back end. Forced Bo out of bounds.
Timeout taken by Batavia. A crucial one. And when we come back, they'll have it 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line.
There are more than 20,000 ways to experience Illinois State.
Hey, what's up? You ready to go to class?
What kind of Redbird will you be? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
Black Friday is here at Menards, and we've got the perfect present for your loved ones. With something for Dad, Mom, and the kids. Everyone in the family will get what they want, even your furry friends. Enjoy the season and the savings. Deck out the tree and stuff your stockings with these great gifts at amazing prices. Hurry in and save big money. These deals won't last long. Doors open at 6 a.m. on Black Friday.
Save big money at Menards.
Early moments of the fourth quarter. Bulldogs looking to go in for their 3rd score of the night. Waiting the signal from down below as 3rd and goal. Mount Carmel defense, we mentioned earlier, kind of the underrated defense, right? When you talk about all the offense, but Mount Carmel has held its opponents to only 8.8 points per game coming into this one. Welpley slides through. Bo on the run. Nearly had Alwyn. Now it's 4th down and goal.
Noah Smith.
Mount Carmel dialed up the pressure, and it was a great job by Whitwell on that rollout to actually see the blitzing linebacker and turn back to pick him up, giving Bo just enough time to put that ball on Alwyn. You can see here, Alwyn, the junior receiver, upset with himself, thinks he should have made that play. Right there, you see Whitwell do a nice job of throwing that block to give Bo enough time, and that's a great ball, and Alwyn knows he should have brought that one in. That's one that got away from the junior.
Batavia, perfect 3 of 3 on 4th downs tonight. They need to get into the end zone here, and they will not. Mount Carmel to stand. Caravan come up big inside the 10-yard line and deny the Batavia Bulldogs.
Nanowski, first time we've called his name. Ball just too high for him. Comes out of that tight end position. Brady Nanowski, 6'5", big target there, but just too high for the senior to come up with it.
Coverage was Jermaine Hampton, senior cornerback, as the Mount Carmel offense will come on the field. By far their worst field position of the night, as they will start from their own 7-yard line. Fouling, little option to Manning. Manning some room to the outside. Alonzo Manning across the 30, 40, and out of bounds. They'll say he went out at the 37-yard line, a 30-yard run on first down on the option pitch from Dowling to Manning.
I think that surprised everybody, including us up here in the booth. Batavia on their heels a little bit, not expecting the option. Longest run of the day for Mount Carmel. Alonzo Manning doing a really nice job. He hasn't touched the ball very much, but gosh, he's got, what, 8 carries, 7 carries, 73 yards so far for the junior.
Dowling a little hitch looking for Dacey, and they'll say play on. You know, Alonzo Manning, he's a transfer from Marist. And Blaney Dowling told him early in the season, he said, hey, you've got to get this Marist thing out of your system and become a Mount Carmel guy. And Dowling said, well, he eventually got it. I could see Blaney Dowling just say, hey, forget this Marist business.
And he's done a nice job stepping in for Dupree, who got injured in that Week 6 game against Loyola Academy, who we're going to see here in the 8A game. What an outstanding game that was on the final Saturday of the regular season. Mount Carmel and Loyola going toe-to-toe.
Right, Mount Carmel coming from behind in that ball game to defeat Loyola 42-37.
Alonzo Manning, the ball carrier. Protected by
J.P. Cheney sticks Manning on that one. Nice job there from his outside linebacker position to come up unblocked. And Phil Sadowski also there to make a play. Really good job there by Batavia.
J.P. Cheney, a quarterback in his early years at Batavia.
Doesn't look like he's got the quarterback build anymore.
Well, you mean 6'1", 230 pounds? Yeah.
I don't think that's it. But, man, he looks really good at defensive end and outside linebacker.
Dowling has some time. Look at him backpedal. Flag goes down in the secondary. The catch nearly made it about the 45-yard line by Furlong.
A couple of flags, one near the line of scrimmage and one in the defensive backfield. But a nice job there by Blaney Dowling. He's super patient, waiting for the play to develop. Almost had the receiver downfield.
We have fouls on both teams. An eligible receiver downfield. And holding on the defense. The offset, we will replay. Third down.
Well, and that is one of the downfalls to having a patient quarterback, is sometimes those linemen can kind of forget where they're at. That spatial awareness for an offensive lineman, not knowing exactly where you're at in relation to the line of scrimmage. Your quarterback extends the play, and then you end up too far downfield, which causes the flag. Luckily for Mount Carmel, offsetting penalties.
To the 40-yard line. That'll be short of the first down. There's Bossy. We've seen Jaden Bossy with a 4th reception of the night, one of those going for a touchdown. We've also seen a touchdown run from Jaden Bossy.
Not enough, though, as forces Mount Carmel to punt.
It's a second punt here in this second half for the Caravan. Comfortable 37-12 lead.
The last time they punted, Cheney almost came up with a blocked punt.
Oh, they're going to throw out of it. And that's a first down. And more. This is Arrington. Demarion Arrington's going to take it in. Touchdown pass of 60 yards from the punter, Mark Elliott. It's a Delta Dental 4th quarter touchdown. You can trust the tooth to protect your smile. Learn more at deltadentalil.com. Whoa, my.
So I have to imagine that is why Jack Elliott, the 6', 190-pound sophomore, is your punter. I'd have to imagine that your backup quarterback being your punter is the reason that you run that fake there. Had Batavia completely on their heels, the Bulldogs aren't expecting it at all, and look at Jordan Lynch with the wry smile on the visiting sideline.
I think that caught everybody in this stadium by surprise. Wow.
And it's a strike, too. As soon as I see Elliott throw this football, I go immediately to the roster and see, okay, he is a quarterback. There's no way he's just a punter. Look at the strike he throws, and Demarion Arrington does the rest.
Elliott was part of a key fake punt against Loyola in that game you were just referring to, and he puts the ball right under the money to Arrington, who takes care of the rest. Wow. The lead goes to 44-12.
The little energy that was left in that Batavia sideline and in their fan base, you can kind of feel it just deflate there.
This has just been a convincing, dominating performance tonight by Mount Carmel state championship game. They are 9 minutes and 42 seconds away from the school's 14th state football championship. Line drive kick to one hopper. Whitwell will take it out to about the 25. It's time now for our Menards play of the game. Save big money on all your home improvement needs. The big play of the game coming early in this one. This was, I believe, the second kickoff of this game.
Yeah, and it wasn't that fake punt, but it was another special teams play that got Mount Carmel the ball after being up 14-0. The very next play, touchdown, Arrington from Dowling. And just like that, Mount Carmel opened up a 21-0 lead before Batavia could even catch their breath. And it's been all Caravan ever since.
A happy Mount Carmel sideline. Open man is Alwyn. To near the 40. Fourth catch for Luke Alwyn. Now it's about respectability for the Batavia Bulldogs with 9:20 the clock running here in the fourth quarter. They knew they were going to be up against it tonight. This was a Mount Carmel team that returned a chunk of last year's club. They have been ranked up at the top all season long. They have not flinched. A dominating performance tonight.
Well, when you play Mount Carmel, you've got to bring your A game. You absolutely have to, and you can't give up big plays on special teams. Batavia's done so, and you got to play fundamentally sound football, and unfortunately for Batavia, it wasn't their night. Tyler Jancy and this senior class gave everything they had, battled back from a 1-2 start to get this program into a state title game. You give them all the credit in the world, but they just ran into a buzzsaw tonight in Mount Carmel.
Looking right into the eyes of junior quarterback Ryan Bowe. And he will throw it. And this is well overthrown. I can't emphasize enough, I don't know that it would have been the difference with Drew Gerke injured and out for the game after he took the first kickoff from Mount Carmel early in this game. Never touched the ball, never had a snap from scrimmage tonight. Lost an offensive lineman, defensive end. There are not going to be excuses people will make. However, it just kind of, you heard Dennis Perron talk about a little bit. Guys got down a little bit when Gerke was hurt early. It's hard to look at that scoreboard right now and see a 32-point difference. Get out to Welpley. Still running hard and across midfield for the first down.
Yeah, that is a nice job by Welpley there to pick up the first down and continue to give Batavia a little bit of life in this game. Batavia, you're right. These are high school kids, and sometimes seeing one of your senior leaders in Drew Gerke go down that quickly maybe creates a little bit of doubt in your mind. And unfortunately, Batavia just wasn't able to bounce back.
Quickly near side, stretching the field. Jancy will take it all the way out inside the 40-yard line, and a flag comes out right at the end of that play. We've had a few of these tonight. Several penalties here tonight in this 7A title game.
After the play, personal foul on the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
We'll go against the Caravan, push it 15 yards to the south.
It's the kind of penalty that Mount Carmel, if you're head coach Jordan Lynch, you don't want to see. Game is in hand, 44-12. Post-snap penalties, personal fouls. I'm going to try and keep this game as clean as possible.
Start from the 25. Option pass. Coverage knocked away. Once again, Alwyn has to be the go-to guy right now.
Yeah, especially when Welpley's the one throwing him the football out of the backfield. Mount Carmel knew this was coming. Double coverage here as they saw Welpley in the backfield in the pistol formation. Had two defenders there. It was going to be tough for Alwyn to make that catch. Gave everything he had to try and come down with it, but Mount Carmel sniffed that one out pre-snap. They're going to go with Welpley out of the shotgun again. Bo to the top of your screen.
Time the handoff. Jancy gets another carry. He's obviously has not had the big night that he has had earlier. In fact, last week in the semifinals where he rushed for close to 200 yards. Tonight, 11 carries for 37 yards. Jancy's longest run tonight, 8 yards. Coming up on the midway point here of the fourth quarter. Welpley all the way through. Bo looks his way. And that will be short of the first down. Once again, it's Noah Smith on the coverage.
I've been really impressed with the way that Noah Smith has played in the secondary for Mount Carmel. Done a really nice job in run support, coming downhill, making plays. He's an outstanding defensive back, 6'3" senior. Looks the part and does a really nice job back there for the Caravan.
It's a first down. 10th play of the drive coming up. Here comes the blitz. Some room to the outside. Inside the 10, inside the 5. The final surges. And Batavia makes it happen. It's a Delta Dental fourth quarter touchdown. You can trust the tooth to protect your smile. Learn more at deltadentalil.com.
Welpley refusing to go down, won't give up. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says. He will not be denied from that wildcat position. Tyler Jancy leading the way, clearing out the Caravan. And a nice job by Brown down there, the right tackle, working downfield to help pull Welpley into the end zone. Look at him.
Yeah, he did. Looking for two. They will get it. So an 8-point possession. Batavia's put 20 points on the board. Long drive for the Bulldogs pays off for 8. But yet it's the Caravan's night, 44-20 with 5:53 to play.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
The IHSA Football State Championships are being brought to you in part by Country Financial, proud partner of the IHSA, and by LiUNA. Start your career in construction at liunacareers.org.
Blaney Dowling with that quarterback tucked underneath that left arm, so that means we'd expect to see him back out there. Mount Carmel, as we said, 28-0 lead 3 minutes into the second quarter. Dowling with 4 touchdown passes. And we go all the way back early in the game. Mount Carmel, out of their first 17 plays they ran, 15 of them came in Batavia territory. Here is the onside kick, recovered very easily by the Caravan. Jaden Bossy right there. Here's the Country Financial Player of the game. You're looking at him right there, number 7. Find out why over 1 million families let's protect their lives and livelihoods. Visit countryfinancial.com for more info. Blaney Dowling tonight. Thrown the ball 35 times, completed 21 for 211 yards and 4 touchdowns. What a night that is.
I mean, what a way to cap off your career with a state title. And I mean, by far the best player on the field tonight was Blaney Dowling.
Well, he set the tempo early, didn't he? I mean, he was right on target.
Yeah, just couldn't miss in the first quarter.
Run, run! Manning, nice little move, make that Alonzo Manning with an 8-yard pickup on first down.
And you look at his numbers there in the red zone. That's where you make your money as a quarterback. 4 red zone touchdown passes for Dowling tonight, setting records, not only school records, but creeping into the top 20 in the state for touchdown passes in a season tonight. Blaney Dowling, what a career he's had.
43 touchdown passes on the season. We're going to see another. There's a fumble. That may be Whitwell on the bottom of it. Braden Jordan had the carry, his first carry of the night, and he gave it up, and the Bulldogs will have it. We're going to see another quarterback in our second game tonight. That'll be Jake Sturney from Loyola. And here's Jordan. And that ball stripped out of there. Ryan Whitwell, he's been all over the field. I don't know whether he has left the field here tonight.
He's returned kicks, recovers a fumble on defense, scored on offense. Trying to get Jordan a couple of carries here. The junior late in the game, Braden Jordan coughs it up. It's tough when you come off that sideline cold as you see Whitwell now at fullback.
Flags, flags, and more flags. Grant Noren, our referee, has got a lot of airtime tonight.
On defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
I always like how Grant Noren makes his call. It's kind of like he's sitting on the couch with you and just kind of explaining what's happening. Oh, we got a penalty.
Very nonchalant about it. You see there, that's why the flags came out.
Right, that was Nick Nyokas, that, there he is, number 40, that flung Jancy to the ground.
Takes a lot to take that guy to the ground, so I have to imagine that was worth the penalty.
Triple coverage and picked off. Who else? Noah Smith. He's been all over the field tonight.
More laundry after the play. I think this is going to go against Mount Carmel again. Maybe some sort of taunting or something. But I think the Caravan are going to maintain possession.
Welpley on the pass.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike. Number 27. The penalty's half the distance. First down.
Owen Schickel flagged for that penalty. Good look at number 12 there, Noah Smith.
You saw him with that ring finger up. He said, "Ring me." Well, you're about 4.5 minutes away from it, young man. Jordan Lynch, just a couple of minutes away from his second state title at his alma mater.
Trying to get extra man on the field, actually the 11th man on the field.
Yeah, Denny Furlong thought his night was over.
A whistle here is.
It might be, I don't know. After you drop that pass, you come right off the field. His coach Jordan Lynch just threw him some gloves that he's going to put on.
I was going to say with 4:32 to play, that might have been the last Dowling to Furlong pass we may have seen in the Mount Carmel careers of those two players.
Well, he's going to stay on the field here for now as the Caravan are backed up. Got to try and get out of the shadow of your own goalposts here to feel really, really comfortable.
To the outside. A lot of room along the sideline. Now some room up the middle. A one-handed tackle by Jack Sadowski will bring down Furlong.
Furlong, ball carrier.
Now you can breathe a little bit more if you're Mount Carmel. I know you got a 24-point lead, but anytime you're backed up inside your own 5, it's scary. Whitwell misses the tackle, and then Furlong makes 3 or 4 more miss way downfield. Nice job there by Furlong.
Blaney Dowling, Denny Furlong, best buddies. They've been playing together since they were 5 years old. Their high school football careers will come to an end here. It's a matter of minutes here in Champaign. Still looking to throw the ball, and they do. Completion out to about the 45-yard line, and it's again the man on the reception, Jimmy Dacey. He had a couple of early touchdown catches tonight. In fact, those were the first 2 scores for Mount Carmel.
I mean, when you've been so efficient throwing the football, why not continue to put the ball in the air? They've done a really, really nice job here of connecting with multiple wide receivers. Everybody getting involved for Mount Carmel. 7 different wide receivers on the night for Blaney Dowling, really passing it around.
It's a quarterback that has confidence in his teammates. Give this time, or a loss on the play will go to Leo Justic. Justic, a senior, getting into the ball game. Again, taking every moment they can here to hit the play as Dowling gets it. Few new players into the ball game for Mount Carmel. Dowling directing traffic. He sends Darion Gilliam over to the right side. Along to the 44. There you just feel the crowd here just kind of waiting for the inevitable. Clock winding down to 2 minutes here.
Yeah, the stands filling up with fans from Loyola and Lincoln Way East as they prepare for the 8A game. It's been an exciting 2 days of football, Dave, and we've still got one more really good one coming up after this one's over.
You know, and I believe this next game is the one that more people have talked about than any other game.
A lot of anticipation. 2 of the best teams in the state.
Running a little late after a long first game here today at Memorial Stadium. This will be short of a first down. Everybody's still playing hard as Bossy is driven down in front of that Mount Carmel sideline by Whitwell.
We've talked about those 2 teams in the 8A game being 2 of the best in the state. Maybe we should preface 8A. I think this Mount Carmel team and maybe even that East St. Louis team that we saw earlier today might have something to say about it if we just said they were the best team in the state overall. but certainly that 8A game is one that everybody's been waiting for a long time.
Yeah, the star power has come out tonight here in U of I. There's a completion over the middle. Right to the middle of the field, and a little bit of extra action there as Darion Gilliam will make that catch, maybe in his first catch of the night.
And that one should just about do it. As you see there on the sideline, the celebration is about to start for Mount Carmel. Looks like they're trying to usher in some new ball players, maybe some seniors who are going to get in victory formation maybe, or get their chance to get their hands on the ball here in a state title game as we wind the clock under a minute to go.
The handoff as Blaney Dowling, unless he throws another touchdown pass here in the last 30 seconds, don't think that's going to happen. Tied for 14th all time in single season touchdown passes with 43, 4 of them coming tonight.
4 yards, second down is 6 at the 24-yard line.
Look at, they want to give Coach the Gatorade bath so bad.
Play on the field. I think they'll wait till this one finally goes down, and that's going to do it. Mount Carmel Caravan cap a 14-0 season with the 14th football championship in school history. Dominating Batavia tonight, 44-20.
What a performance by Mount Carmel. Head coach Jordan Lynch, his second state title.
His first 5 years as the head coach of the Caravan. Jordan Lynch, Heisman Trophy finalist. 4 bowl appearances, including the Orange Bowl at Northern Illinois University. He won an earlier state title with his brother Justin at quarterback. I'll tell you what, out of all of that, he feels this one just as much, as well as he's going to feel that.
Not one,
yeah,
but 2.
Oh, no.
2 Gatorade baths for the 2-time state champion head coach, Jordan Lynch. Hard-fought game by both teams as they shake it up here at midfield.
Big bear hug for Jordan Lynch. 14th state title in Mount Carmel history tonight. It's 44-20 over Batavia.
The IHSA Football State Championships are being brought to you in part by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs. And by ISU. Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
Black Friday is here at Menards, and we've got the perfect present for your loved ones. With something for Dad, Mom, and the kids. Everyone in the family will get what they want, even your furry friends. Enjoy the season and the savings. Deck out the tree and stuff your stockings with these great gifts at amazing prices. Hurry in and save big money. These deals won't last long. Doors open at 6 a.m. on Black Friday.
Save big money at Menards.
How do you predict the future? You create it. You build a foundation, pave a path forward, soak up the journey, and turn experiences into something life-changing. At Illinois State University, we deliver on what every college should promise you: the opportunity and tools to write your legacy every day. The rest is up to you. What will you create? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
Want a great career? Join the Carpenters Union and be part of the next generation building our communities. With the Carpenters Union Career Connections program, high school students get a head start on the industry's leading curriculum. Learn the latest in construction technology and the many skilled crafts the Carpenters Union represents. Plus, earn as you learn. Receive a nice paycheck, health insurance benefits, and best of all, no college debt. Ask your school district to participate in the Career Connections program and get started on your future.
For extraordinary moments in life, you should never have to settle for ordinary healthcare coverage. That's why at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, we put the extra in our plans. extra me time to catch up on your faves, with telehealth visits included. Extra peace of mind, knowing a nurse line is here 24/7 for those unexpected moments. Visit us at bcbsilextra.com to enroll, because extraordinary coverage should come with extraordinary extras.
It is celebration time here in your Class 7A Championship Final. 44-20, Mount Carmel over Batavia. Standing by with Casey Standahar, the Jordan Lynch family.
Here with Mount Carmel head coach Jordan Lynch. Coach, 7A champs, and we're joined also by some little coaches too. Who do you have here with us?
Yeah, I have my daughter Olivia, then Mac, my son Mac. So they're more pumped up than I am right now.
Are you guys proud of Daddy?
Yeah.
Yes, they are proud of Daddy. Coach, when you hear the crowd that came out here tonight, what goes through your mind?
Yeah, it's awesome. Mount Carmel's, it's always been a great fan base. They always travel well. And, you know, it's just to have that kind of fan base on the road here in Champaign it's tremendous. Definitely we feed off it.
Demarion Arrington catching that touchdown pass from your kicker, Jack Elliott, normally your kicker. What went into that play?
Yeah, you know what? It's a huge threat to have your backup quarterback as your punter. And you know what? That's our special teams coach, Coach Frankie, kind of made that call, and it's been there all game, and we just decided to go on that, on that drive, and it's huge momentum for us.
We said it before, 7A champs. What did it take to get it done tonight?
Say that again, sorry.
7A champs, what did it take to get it done?
Our seniors. This has nothing to do with the coaches. This is a senior-driven team, and we leaned on our seniors. We leaned on our quarterback, and he took us home.
Thank you so much, Coach. Congratulations. Enjoy this one with your little ones. Thanks, guys. We've got our player of the game, quarterback Blaney Dowling. Blaney, so much offense from your team tonight. You were finding Bossy, you were finding Dacey out there. What holes were you seeing in their defense?
I mean, everything was open. I don't know what it was. Everything was open. It's got to come from my wideouts. You know, they get open, and O-line gives me time, and they let me work. So, I got to give it to the other guys, getting open and let me make throws. So,
you are state champions. Your last time in a Caravan uniform. When you hear that, what emotions come to mind?
Hey, yeah, it's a good way to go out. You know, you come to Mount Carmel to play in state championships, and I said that last week, and we played great today. We're state champions, so it's awesome.
Lady, congrats. Go enjoy this one.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you in the studio.
All right, thank you very much, Casey and Chris. You look at Jordan Lynch's family, you look at Blaney Dowling, and you say, there's emotion there, there's happiness, and there's also relief when you had that target on your back all year long and you produce so strongly here in this title game.
Well, yeah, what a performance by Mount Carmel. Coach said it. Senior-led team. They've had their eyes on this game ever since last November. I mean, for them to come out, as you mentioned, from week 1 and be the prohibitive favorite in 7A and back that up week after week after week, and you're talking about a team that faced adversity. I mean, your stud running back goes out week 9 in a really big game against Loyola. You come back and win that game. You come from behind a couple of different times in the playoffs. They did a great job.
Present some trophies, and for that, let's go to our public address announcer, Jeff Fritzen.
And now we'll present the championship trophy to the Mount Carmel Caravan, who finished the season with a final record of 14 wins and no losses. Congratulations to the Caravan, Class 7A state champions.
It's the 14th time that Mount Carmel and IHSA football history has been able to raise that championship trophy, and tonight they do it in convincing fashion, 44-20 to cap off a 14-0 season. And obviously it did not go Batavia's way, but boy, did Mount Carmel come out of the chute in a big way and put their stamp on this game immediately.
Yeah, they certainly did. They knew exactly what they needed to do. They needed to come out, start fast. That's what the Caravan did. Batavia played well. I mean, like you said, I mean, you can't take away the first quarter, but man, Batavia answered the bell after they got knocked in the face a little bit there for the first 12 minutes. So give the Caravan all the credit in the world. They did a great job. 7A state title going back to Chicago.